April 9th, Freestyle Friday number 10. Here we go, we're just gonna get into it. Yeah, cause we just skipped the whole season. That shit was inconvenient. Truth is, I haven't put away my fucking heater. Break out the AC Slater, get it freezing. Get the Freon and bring on the two pieces. Love it when the ladies sip they little margaritas. Me, I keep it simple, I'm a Nazi Bo genius. Still rock my 501s even in the heat. Even though they like an oven on my mother-loving penis. Jesus, iPhone 10 like old Cletus. Name check the Simpsons, fact check my thesis. High five the team, I ride for young English. Backslap fools who hate when I bring it. Bluefield, Bluebell, need y'all to sing it. The way I fish for fans is just egregious. He just aces tests like he cheated. Don't fight the urge, you know you can't beat it. Fuck a trend, we set the standards. Raise up the bar, we're not limbo dancers. You've got the question, we've got the answer. We keep it simple, I just made a new lane. Now it's time to go pave it. Pavlov's dog, you can check out my behavior. Aiming for the stars and you know that we are racing. Indiana Pacers, spaceship, no chasing. On some next shit, nut check those basics. Break the foundation, round the bases. Never gonna settle, we won't be complacent. Always upgrade Beyonce and Jay shit. If you're Howard Stern, then I'm Kojo Namdi. No Foursquare, y'all can't find me. An NPR addict, dodging that static. Not the coolest thing in town, but you know you gotta have it. Grab it like Diane Reeves, vocal cords. Working hard even though she's sore. Cut through the bullshit and keep doing your thing. Tom Hanks, Liz Perkins, you're doing it big. Wow. Fuck a trend, we set the standards. Raise up the bar, we're not limbo dancers. You've got the question, we've got the answer. We keep it simple, I'm a Spencer. Fuck a trend, we set the standards. Raise up the bar, we're not limbo dancers. You've got the question, we've got the answer. We keep it simple, I'm a Spencer. Yeah, April 9th, Freestyle Friday number 10. The 10th on the 9th. E-double, Black Paisley, Young English. Go ahead, motherfucker, just sing it. Hey, whoops. Look, guys, I gotta go to work. Yeah. Hey, everybody. My name is E-double. Their name is PJ Harvey. Let's go. Mama told me. Yeah. Black Paisley. Mama told me. Yeah. Come on. Mama told me. One day I'ma grow up big and I'ma be a king. And my papa told me it's okay to sit where shit hurts. Don't forget your dreams, cause they'll get you through this so-called life they call living, but I call it strange. And I bet I'll do it, cause I'm on my way and strong enough that I can shake the pain. Hey, Mr. Sunshine, Mr. Rainstorm, meet me in the conference room, we need to brainstorm. Need some middle ground, need an even keel. But you're at war, pick a sides, give me fever chills. Take them both like my flu shot broke. I need to give and take to keep me out of that moat. My head above water, thoughts of those lost this week. All the tragedies say on repeat like we can't shake shit. I can't speak on it, fist to the sky but I can't beat on it. Drinking my cup so I'm gonna sip on him. Cam Newton's probably pissed, he can't stiff on him. All these levels of these relative problems and benevolence is elegance for those who can solve them. I'm feeling pretty low like I'm stuck at the bottom, but I know I'll rebound like the Bulls with Rodman. I am just exactly what I will be, just a guy who can rhyme and chop ill beats. One day I'll recover from what ails me. Till then I'm on that fuck what the sales be. Mama told me one day I'ma grow up big and I'ma be a king. And my papa told me it's okay to sit where shit hurts. Don't forget your dreams, cause they'll get you through this so-called life they call living, but I call it strange. And I bet I'll do it, cause I'm on my way and strong enough that I can shake the pain. They talk about death, we trying to live life while they signal says left, but they really going right. But who cares, they got nothing to improve upon me while we pass them fast lane Rubicon. So let the shitstorm ring and they try to dap us up, but we just leave them hanging. Yeah, so let them catch up with the language. They can talk shit, but you know that we can manage. They say they tired of the metaphors, they are only pissed that they never really ready for them. So go ahead and get ready for them. Pop another bottle, cause you're gonna need a steady arm. It's like we live Tron game. Lines are all blurred cause we're sipping on the Bombay. John Stock versus LeBron James. No competition when you factor in the time change. Babe Ruth sucks. Fuck what the books say. I can strike him out with 3 pitches in an arm sling. Yeah, and we can do anything. Mama said it's true and I put that on everything. Mama told me one day I'ma blow up big and I'ma be a king. And my papa told me it's okay to say when shit hurts. Don't forget your dreams cause they'll get you through this so-called life they call living, but I call it strange. And I bet I'll do it cause I'm on my way and strong enough that I can shake the pain. We don't ask for the doors to close in this life, so we hoping they keep them open. And if they shut those doors, we'll smash the skylight till it's broken and smell the roses. Need to take that time to find our own road, so we focused on what's golden. And our gold don't shine, it's not from no mind, so we're not just living for a token. Mama told me.
Oh yeah, it is Friday, April 28th. It's time for an execution, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to go in. It's time to go deep, all right? Listen, we gotta clean up, we gotta take out the trash around here, all right? Illuminaughtii has gotta go. Dude, here's the thing about YouTube that I love, all right? Let me just cut the music and just get to it, all right? The thing that I love the most about YouTube is how drama that took place like 2, 3, 4 years ago, it will eventually come back up. You know what I mean? Like, shit just never fucking dies around here. There's always, you don't control the news cycle. The news cycle is just a perpetuating, it's like a comedy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even fucking control it. I just wake up and then shit happens. It's fucking amazing, dude. So, yeah, we've got quite a lot of stuff to get into tonight, ladies and gentlemen, about Illuminaughtii. I've got it all loaded up right here. I've got the poop video. I've got the new video. I've got 5 different fucking threads exposing this bitch. All right? We got a lot of stuff happening. Turn down the mic? No. We will not be turning down the mic. Welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff. And to be honest, just by the poop video alone, the video will get flagged. This stream will get flagged. So make sure that, well, I don't know. Make sure that you're following me on somewhere else, okay? So that we can go live when the stream inevitably goes down. But, yeah. People in chat are saying, they're freaking out about the poop video. Okay. There's so much. Don't worry. We'll catch you guys up on this stuff, right? But, you know, if you were around 3-4 years ago, if there's still some of you left, then tonight, you know, is going to be a very therapeutic night for you guys tonight, all right? We're dealing with somebody that used to be in our community, ladies and gentlemen. They used to crawl around in our circles. You know, somebody that's given me tons of money, okay? We're talking about Illuminaughtii, okay? Illuminaughtii has got to go. Well, to be honest with you, the commentary community, here's the one thing about the commentary community, all right? As awesome as this place is, because this is the best community on earth, here's the deal, all right? Very rarely do we actually end up being like the domino. Well, we are the domino, but we're never like, you know, usually it takes like outside forces to wreak havoc, right? And that's exactly what's happened. The walls are closing in. Everyone... Okay, I'm getting flagged for showing that, by the way. Everyone that Illuminaughtii has worked with, people that she used to be roommates with, are exposing her, talking about how they were mistreated, exposing her dirty-ass house. You know, like I said, the poop video, which, you know, needs to be played, is getting brought back up again. This is something that we found back in 2019, that we were the only channel that dug this up. Well, now it's going mainstream again, and it's forced her to respond after she's lost 40,000 subscribers, all right? Imagine losing 40,000 subscribers because everybody found out you're just such a colossal bitch. Well, not really found out, but they've been waiting for the prime moment to just drop everything, you know? It's the commentary community, it's the art community, it's the everyone. The legal community, everybody is decided they are fucking done with this bitch. So we've got it all, and we're gonna go through everything. How you guys doing tonight, everybody? It's a chill evening tonight, you know? Sit back. It's Friday, so grab a drink. Yeah, Failer in the chat. Way back long ago in 2019 when I first exposed Illuminati. Can we talk about that first, actually? Hold on. Okay, I need to take you guys back on a little fucking history lesson, all right? Let me look up Augie RFC Illuminati. Now, our stream we did back in 2019 was very well received, okay? However, my video that I made, I don't know if it was before or after. It was around the same time. My video I made about Illuminati was shat on, all right? It got 600 likes and about like 2,000 dislikes, okay? And a bunch of angry comments. Failure is someone that was actually sending me a bunch of info about this person back then. And so if they're in the chat now, 4 years later, well, that's how you know Illuminati just fucking sucks. If people 4 years later are coming back to talk about this, you know it's fucking good, all right? Augie, open the folder. We're opening the folder tonight, ladies and gentlemen, all right? But no, dude, this video got fucking shit on, all right? If I click through the video, it's just people calling me a liar, even though I showed everything. It's people saying, oh, how dare you go after her queen, our queen, sorry. And it's like back in 2019, she was on the up and up, blowing the fuck up. Well, now today, it's all fallen apart. Nobody fucking likes her anymore. Check your DM. There's a folder. Do I really need to be opening this on stream? All right, give me a second. Let me just switch. I'm scared, dude. You can't blame me. Sometimes when I look at a folder... Oh my god, dude! Yo! It's all of her old Vimeo videos. Yes! Oh, we're gonna be eating good tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Yes! This is exactly what I wanted. And this is also why the stream's going down tonight, alright? So, like I said, follow me on Kick, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Rumble, follow me on fucking DLive, follow me on fucking Storyfire. We're going down tonight, all right? The channel is going to be a smoldering crater by the time we're done with this stream. Look at this, dude. We got Thirsty Guys at MP4. Waxing my boyfriend's balls story time. The biggest poop ever. Story time, bad James Bond's date. And bad hibachi date. Well, those last two videos don't even compare to waxing my boyfriend's balls. All right, we're going to be eating good. We're going to be eating good tonight. All right, like I said, gather around, crack open a cold one, crack open a drink, a beer, some schweed, you know, smoke up or whatever. Get yourselves fucking comfortable. Be a degenerate tonight, all right? Because tonight is a chill night. We're going to be relaxing. We're going to be eating good, all right? Let me catch up on some of these donos real quick. Elo Man with the 5 says 07, thank you very much. Lay something with the 20 says Cammy and Illuminati are dating because they love the poo things. Silver the 8 months says, oh no, not the folder. Well, this is a good folder, dude. I like this folder. Nick Diorio through 10 says check DMs now, open the folder. Toastified through 5 says Illuminati needs to pay reparations for having Akugen on a leash. That's right, she sent... This is how you know Illuminati needs to go, okay? The reason why Illuminati needs to go is because she sent Akugen, autistic Akugen from the Kumite, pictures of her ass, okay? If you're sending fucking Akugen pictures of your bare ass, I mean, you're fucking crazy. And if you don't know who that is, don't even... that was a time long ago. I'll fill you guys up. Don't worry, all right? If I'm making all these references you guys don't understand... Tonight is going to be a historical, an educational stream. Everybody is going to walk away from the stream so much with such bigger brains by the end of this, all right? I am Michael through a tier 1. Thank you very much. Camus through 2 says Rumble Augie arc collab with Leafy coming soon, all right? Nice with the 19 months says hello 8030. Gracie VV through 2 says praying for you Augie. The one KQ through 5 months says Spurg Alert will never die. Yes, W Doc on the radio in the chat. He did unfortunately retire today. You know, Doc on the radio had, you know, he was a special piece in the commentary community. The #1 Tard Wrangler, my fellow yellow streamer. All right, and now he's gone. So definitely 07s to Doc. Be respectful because he was one of the greats for sure. Turtle with the 24 months party time, boys. That's right. Nick Diorio with the 5 says Illuminati is scared of the word retard, but sent ass pics to Akugen, the hate crime engine. That's right. Oh yeah, I heard her new video. She was like crying because one of her ex-employees called somebody a retard. Meanwhile, she used to make videos for Tommy C. All right, let me just go ahead and get into this right now. And, you know, I'll be reading donations as we go through the fucking stream. So if you want to chime in or talk about this, then I will be reading them while we're going into it. Higmid tip 5 says, address the Nicholas Diorio for coming out as non-binary situation. Bro, Nick came out as non-binary like 3 years ago. And it was the worst thing ever. All right, Nick needs to address it. What are you asking me for? No, I'm just kidding. All right. Yeah, send donations in. I will be reading them as we go along because this is going to be a collaborative stream tonight. You know, I'm going to be showing you guys and telling you guys about all of the fucking cancer, and you guys are going to watch and then talk about how fucking horrible Illuminati is later. That's going to be what the collaborative effort is tonight. All right? So, let me take you guys back to a wonderful time period, a wonderful year, 2019, okay? 2019, the year that RFC After Hours launched. Now, when RFC After Hours first launched, you know, I had a lot of people who really believed in my show. I had people who sent me a lot of money behind the scenes. One of these people was Illuminaughtii. When I first launched RFC After Hours, we had crazy shows. You know, Keemstar immediately started calling in. We had crazy blood sports debates. This was during the I'm Alex saga, the Susie Lou saga. This was back in a much better, a much more innocent time period in the community where we came, we saw, we conquered in like 2 fucking seconds. And one of the people who was financially backing the show was Illuminaughtii. You know, she was sending me hundreds of fucking dollars, okay? I don't know why, but she was, you know. Maybe she believed in the project. Maybe she saw great potential. Maybe she saw a great allyship in working with RFC. She was investing in early, but unfortunately, this goodwill from Illuminaughtii did not last very long. You see, Illuminaughtii, she had this phenomenon which happens with a lot of YouTubers, right? Where she started off as a commentary YouTuber, and really what made her name in our community was when she claimed that r/, the Reddit channel with 2 million subs, swatted her. Now, this never fucking happened, by the way. This is a Reddit channel that she was beefing with. I don't even remember what she was beefing with them about, because the beef doesn't really fucking matter. It was just, I mean, if you really care, my videos and streams from back in the day are still public, but she was making some pretty wild-ass claims about r/, that r/ swatted her and stuff like this. Never backed this up, and this was never proven. And eventually, people found out it was a giant lie, but that was much later, right? That's how she got, you know, a lot of clout in our community. Well, a few months later, she decided to separate her ways with the commentary community for multiple reasons. Now, she would claim that it was because we used to make fun of this fat, insecure kid on SFTP called... No, I'm just kidding, not Nick. Ricochet, all right? Ricochet was this really fucking fat guy that used to be on Tommy C's stream all the fucking time, all right? Ricochet was, you know, he used to run this server called the Moonbase, all right? And in this server, it was me, Diorio, you know, everybody from SFTP, many of the people that are on this list right now on the screen, including herself, all right? And Ricochet, he wrote all of the jokes for Tommy C's show. He was actually a really funny guy, to be fair to him. He was really funny, right? And he wrote a lot of the jokes. This is back when Tommy C's show was, like, super produced and everything. And he was a really funny guy. Unfortunately, he could not fucking take a joke for shit. And really, nobody gave him that much shit. They just realized that when Illuminaughtii made this vlog with Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah, and everybody, they realized that he was, like, actually really fucking fat. And he used to bully a bunch of people for being fat all the fucking time. So people obviously thought it was really funny that this fat guy, you know, is bullying people for being fat. So they would give him shit for that, right? And as soon as they give him shit for that, I mean, this guy had a full-on flamenco-style meltdown back in 2019, he deleted everything. He talked about the community was bullying him. He fucking cried to Illuminati. And so this is around the time that she started distancing herself from us. Even though in the original vlog, where people found out he was super fucking fat, she was also calling him fat in the fucking vlog herself. Like, she was participating in calling him fat, but then decided that we were going too far and bullying him once he fucking cried about it and left the fucking internet over it. And again, I want to stress this enough, right? Ricochet was not tortured. He was not fucking bullied. People literally just called him fat. That was it. That was all people did. It was like, wow, you're really fucking fat. Lol. It wasn't even like a mean thing. They were just acknowledging it because he was fat. And he lost his shit over it. He quit. And again, this is like a funny guy and stuff like that, right? But he also ran the moon-based server. And so after this happened, you know, I guess he relinquished control of the server to Illuminaughtii or something. But she set up a ban list. And on that day, on the 4th of July, 2019, on the American holiday, she declared war with the, at the time, much smaller commentary community. All right? She was like, fuck these guys. And she made a list of people that she never wanted to speak to ever again. Shavago, Verse, Vault, Hexty, Coremaster, Nick Diorio, Gamer J. Lee, Catastrophia, that bunch, and me, dude. She was done with me. All right? Now, that wasn't the worst thing, all right? It's one thing to just be like, all right, you know what? I'm done with this community. This shit is fucking gay. I'm out. Okay? That's one thing. But she didn't just stop there. This is where she went really psychotic, all right? Now, if you guys remember, Tommy C around this time was running this news channel called Shot from the Point News, all right? He renamed it, I think, to, at the time it was called Get to the Point. He renamed it to Shot from the Point News, and he made his own news videos on there, as well as he had other people help him out with videos, including John Scream, Illuminaughtii, Crimson Studios, sometimes Nick Diorio and Willie Mack. There was a lot of people that would make videos on this channel. It was a totally collaborative channel with multiple people, right? So when Illuminaughtii decided that she was done sharing a space with us, she decided that not only did she need to ban us from every fucking social media she owns, but she needed to delete all of her fucking videos and all of, you know, multiple videos of Tommy's, of Crimson's, of Willie Mack and Diorio's. She full-on vandalized Tommy C's channel. She deleted all of her shit without asking, without saying. She didn't put a notice or anything like that. She didn't tell Tommy, hey, I don't want to be associated with this channel anymore. Could you remove my content from it? She didn't say that at all. If she did, I would imagine Tommy would have probably been like, all right, whatever, I'll remove your shit. But no. She deleted everything, but not just her contributions to the channel. She full-on vandalized and deleted a ton of other shit. A ton of people's original content. And a lot of, yeah, as Matt Pitt points out in the chat, a lot of the videos on that channel were already private. So it was at this point that we all started to realize, wow, Illuminaughtii isn't just somebody that's fucking gay for, you know, helping her like fucking cuck, you know, fat guy who wasn't even her boyfriend, by the way. I don't even know what Ricochet and Illuminati's relationship even was. But, you know, it wasn't just that she was willing to disavow us and move on. She was willing to full-on vandalize somebody's fucking channel over it, right? So at this point, we realized, wow, she's fucking psychotic, and she has to fucking pay for this, right? So we did a big stream. We gathered a bunch of her old fucking videos on her Vimeo channel from back in the day when she used to be a fucking stripper, and we shat on her for it. I mean, we fucking destroyed her over it. And ever since then, I hadn't really heard a word from her since. Now, I think since then she got into a big beef of Tipster and stuff like that. But I haven't really talked about Illuminaughtii in like 4 years since then. Mostly because she hasn't really come up. You know, she just hasn't been on my fucking radar, right? Well, all of that has changed in the last fucking week after she decided to go full retard moment and pick a fight with Legal Eagle, who I believe is the biggest lawyer channel on YouTube. And the reason why she decided to pick a fucking fight with Legal Eagle is because Legal Eagle was stealing her fucking editing, apparently. Get a load of this, ladies and gentlemen, all right? Look at this shit right here. This is what she claims was plagiarism. Okay? Illuminaughtii, in her deluded fucking brain, thinks that she invented highlighting. What the fuck? She really thought she could win this fucking fight. And again, she picked a fight with not Nick Diorio, not IRFC, not Tommy C, Legal Eagle, okay? And she claimed that the big egregious act that took place was one of Legal Eagle's editors reaching out to her and asking what preset they use, all right? And by the way, Illuminaughtii doesn't know shit about editing, by the way. Not that I know it either, but I don't claim to be this fucking documentary producer. All of Illuminautti's videos are made by like 20 fucking different people. Writers, researchers, helpers. This is the description of her last documentary. She has so many people working on it, she has to list them all from A to fucking Z. She has to put a paste it just to credit them all. But not only that, not only does she have writers, researchers, and helpers, but she has editors, not just one editor, but 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 editors credited. And her audio is mixed by an audio mixer. She has artists draw her sprites, and somebody made an outro song for her outro music or whatever, right? So she has like 20,000 different people producing her fucking quote-unquote documentaries. Again, she blew up because she was a Reddit channel, and then she went from Reddit to leftist video essays. So, and she puts out a lot of them. 11 days ago, 9 days ago, 7 days ago, 6 days ago. You might be wondering, like, how the fuck is she able to output so much fucking content out like this? Well, it's because she has 30,000 different editors, which is fine, by the way. You can have a massive editing team. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But to sit here and nitpick and act like, you know, this editor from Legal Eagle is in the wrong for asking you for what fucking preset you use, right? When you don't know a fucking clue about how editing works. Like, editors ask for advice all the fucking time. Editors ask each other for presets. They ask each other for, like, you know, strategies and stuff. People talk about this all the fucking time, all right? But Illuminaughtii doesn't know this because she doesn't make anything. She doesn't produce shit. She doesn't make anything, all right? So she decided she would mouth off on Twitter and fight a war that she was never going to win with Legal Eagle and bitch about how, you know, Legal Eagle's editing team is stealing her work and basically plagiarizing her. Not only did she do that, but she dishonestly clipped Danny, the editor from Legal Eagle, in her Discord server asking for fucking advice. This guy was a fucking saint, all right? Legal Eagle would BTFO her in this thread and show that Danny actually was very kind. He was very helpful. Even though the mods were total cunts to him, Danny was a cool guy. He just kept his fucking chill. You know, he was like, oh, well, whatever. Thanks for the help. And by the way, he was just asking, you know, for any advice, you know, any ability to talk to the editing team. And this is what Illuminaughti's cunt mods were saying. Danny, this isn't really the place for that. This just asks questions about the server, as the mod team isn't really involved into editing. The editing team are busy people. So these people can't even speak fucking English properly, right? And then Kelpie, one of the editors, comes in and says, it's true, I'm very busy. And it's like, okay, well, you're not busy enough to fucking respond. You read his request. You saw him in the server asking for help, but you're going to sit there and be like, I'm busy right now. Well, clearly you're not because you're interacting in the fucking server. But Danny was a chill, nice guy. He said, oh, well, thanks for the help. He wasn't there to cause shit. He wasn't there to steal or to be a fucking asshole or to blow this whole entire situation up out of, out of orbit. He wasn't there to cause any amount of trouble. But these people are so fucking bitter and just so fucking annoying that they see this guy join the server asking for help and they immediately just tell him to fuck off and leave. Right? And then Illuminaughtii clips him dishonestly in her fucking Twitter thread that she deleted because everybody in the fucking website was destroying her. They were fucking bodying her. All right? It was crazy. Cats a flocking with the 20 gifted memberships. Thank you very much. That is a massive donation, by the way. And yes, we are doing a member stream this Sunday, all right? I'm not just saying that. I plan to do one, okay? We are doing a member stream this fucking Sunday. So if you're one of the 20, look out for that. Details will be on Twitter soon. But big 07s to that. Be sure to thank Cats a Flocking if you're one of the gifted. Because that is actually like a giant fucking donation, for real. Thank you. All right. We got a lot to get into, ladies and gentlemen, all right? So, you know, we can fucking read this because honestly, I'm in no hurry tonight, all right? We've got all night to just pile through all this shit, okay? Fix your mic, chat, all right? Since we're taking a minor break to talk for a second, is the mic fucked, okay? Is the mic completely destroyed? Or is it totally fine? I'm gonna let the chat see here. I'm gonna be honest, I'm bored of the story. All right, don't worry, man. I'll fucking take care of that. You're good. All right, people are saying the mic sounds fine. Okay. Sounds bad? Good? Yeah. All right. All right, mic is good. Everyone's saying it's good. It should be good to me. I've been recording all week. Everything was fine, so it should be good. All right. And yeah, if you're coming in here to be like, I don't care about this, banned. All right? If you don't fucking care about this, you are the problem. Everybody should fucking care about this story right now. This should be the biggest fucking story of the year. Okay? PewDiePie should cover this. Mr. Beast should cover this. If you don't fucking care about this shit, banned. Mods, I'm being dead serious, all right? If somebody in the chat says they don't care, throw them out. All right? Seriously. What's this shit Nick's sending? Oh my god, what is this? Illuminaughtii. Oh no, she's coping in her Discord already. What the fuck? This all stems from your video and shit with Rico. That one didn't have to be included. And now I have to protect my people, my server, and my channel. She has to protect Rico? What the why? Protect him from what? Jokes? The most tame shit in the fucking world? And yeah, here she is mocking fat fuck Rico.
Ricochet 1204.
Nice.
Apparently he's fat.
What?
Oh, really? Well, that's what they said. I don't know. Apparently. This is for a vlog, right? Oh, is it? Oh, shit. Hey, yo, he's a good guy. Cut that. Yeah, cut that part.
Comrade, cut that out.
Don't cut it out.
No, comrade.
Do not cut that out, comrade. Do not cut that out, comrade. Do not cut that out, comrade. Leave that. It's fucking comedy gold and you know it.
It's comedy gold and you know it. What is this?
Gotcha, bitch.
Good one. So that's Blair endorsing fat phobia against Ricochet that she now has to fucking protect, all right? I mean, she's just a total fucking liar. She really sucks, man. What the fuck was Ricochet providing for her? And she's gonna go in her video today and talk about how, oh, the people that are canceling me say the word retard. It's like, you fucking said worse shit on SFTP. You can't fucking cry about that. What the fuck is that about? The DM is from back then, but it's new to me. Oh, okay. So, yeah. So that's her fucking coping back then. Just horrible stuff there. Tipster Tipped 3 says, leave my friend Blair alone, you incel. Oops. My bad, Tipster. I'm sorry. All right. So, this is Illuminauti's tweet against Legal Eagle. Not the Legal Eagle's editors broaching my editors to take my video style, and when they didn't give up the info, they literally copied it. And by the way, I have the messages from my editors and found an email from them too. Just changed the color from purple to blue. Huh, interesting. So that's Illuminaughtii basically saying that she invented fucking highlighting to go after this guy's fucking editors, all right? She's just totally fucking delusional. She's like a crazy person. And then she says, and to be honest, I would not have believed any of this was trying to replicate my videos if not for the email and Discord stuff that was done preemptive to their video coming out. Like, talk about, can I copy your homework? Yeah, but just make it a little bit different. Okay, Illuminaughtii, you fucking retarded bitch. You want to talk about copying somebody's homework? Well, if you submitted this documentary that you didn't make, by the way, if you submitted this to any fucking college, you would be expelled.
Professor Hugh Fudenberg.
Professor Fudenberg has long been controversial.
A man named Hugh Fudenberg, a former immunologist who has been long controversial.
In 1989, he was caught up in a bizarre lawsuit involving the Food and Drug Administration, which told him he had to stop injecting his autistic child patients with blood products.
In 1989, he was caught up in a bizarre lawsuit with the Food and Drug Administration, which told him he had to stop injecting his autistic patients with blood products.
Then in 1995, he was suspended from practicing medicine and made to pay a $10,000 fine for his misuse and misprescribing of controlled drugs.
Then in 1995, he was suspended from practicing medicine and made to pay a $10,000 fine for his misuse of prescribing controlled drugs.
Expelled. By the way, did you guys like that cum shot transition right there? I'm sure did she invent that? I wonder where she got the inspiration for this cum shot transition. Can somebody fucking figure out what transition this is so I can put this in all my videos now? This is some really innovative stuff right here that she definitely did not make at all, right? See, that's the thing, right? Illuminaughtii has... This is what makes it the most infuriating about her fucking channel. She has no room to nitpick about editing because she doesn't fucking produce anything, you know? It's like if I figured out how to do this highlighting effect and then I started using it in all my videos... And then Nick drops a video, or John Swan drops a video, and I'm like, they're stealing my fucking work. I made this cool. Or it's like, if it literally is as if I... Okay, you guys see this, like, background? You guys see how I made it spin around like that? This Dallas background, okay? Anyone that uses that is getting a DMCA, okay? I'm dropping a fucking DMCA in your bitch ass if you use that shit, okay? Do you guys like the glitch transition that I used when, it changes backgrounds, when it changes scenes, you know, the blurriness and then like the font. Do you guys like the red, the R? I invented all of that shit. If you guys fucking steal it, instant DMCA, all right? Fucking instantly. So Legal Eagle decides to fucking completely blast her out of fucking orbit. Just destroys her, all right? Gracie, thank you for the tier 1 membership. Appreciate that. Hey, Illuminaughtii, I think this is a big misunderstanding. Perhaps great minds think alike. No one on my team is trying to copy you. Okay, I'm sorry. Great minds think alike. Listen, all right? Legal Eagle went soft, okay? If I was fucking Legal Eagle, I would have sued her for defamation and slander. And something else. I would have fucking stolen all of her fucking money, dude. I would have made her have to fire all of her editing team so that she'd have to make her videos herself. All right? I would have fucking, you know what I mean? Like, put her in the fucking, make it impossible for her to be able to afford paying for her editors that are rude. Okay? Emotional damage. Exactly. Libel. Whatever the fuck. Slander, libel. Who even knows the difference? Just sue her for both. But no, he says, great minds think alike. No one on my team is trying to copy you. Without an exhaustive review of your channel, I believe he used those 2 styles before your channel did. We've used them for 3 to 4 years. Plus, the 2 styles, a pseudo paper rip and a highlight, are extremely common on YouTube. The editor you're talking about didn't even design either of those 2 elements. Danny is a great and thorough editor. When he reached out via email, he was just hoping to find out what plugin your team used on a particular video, a very common practice among editors. He was not looking to copy anyone's style. Danny is a freelancer who makes his own videos. In the Discord, the video he referenced was about being inspired by your subject matter, not your style. He's a fan of yours. The video he was referencing was a video of his own, not a Legal Eagle video. Here's the end of the Discord chat. And again, this is where he's being totally nice that Illuminaughtii cut out to paint it out like this guy was some malicious thief. I mean, she went full fucking cunt mode. I mean, again, she's just such a fucking bitter person. And the best way you can tell when a YouTuber sucks is when you look at who's in their fucking audience, all right? Now, ignore the fact that I have a bunch of deranged autists, I have people that are crazy, I have people that are fucking getting exposed for sexual misconduct every week in my audience. Ignore that. they're not real viewers, okay? The real people that watch me are good people. They're smart, they're intelligent, they have jobs, they keep their shit together, they're in wonderful relationships and marriages. I mean, the people that watch me are fucking, are obviously normal people. Pay no mind to anyone else, all right? You might be talking about, well, what about Smaggledaggle? Smaggle's a good guy. He's going to college, he's designing zoos. He loves animals. He's taking good care of them. He's a great person, all right? Same thing for Spondyle. Spondyle is probably like our best viewer in terms of like how normal he is, I mean, he's got a loving relationship. He's a good guy. He makes money and stuff like that. Everyone in my chat is pretty much like a great person. However, everyone in Illuminati's community are fucking horrible people. This is the most psychotic Reddit post I've ever fucking read. And I'm going to read this to you guys because you guys have to hear it, okay? Open letter to Illuminati, Big Joel, and Legal Eagle. Resolve your drama privately, or I'm unsubbing and unfollowing you all. I am done to death with leftist YouTuber drama to the point that I almost want nothing to do with them anymore. It's been one hell of a stressful year, with all this bullshit on top of it. With the Supreme Court of the U.S. threatening to limit abortion rights further, with anti-trans legislation becoming more hostile and being passed all over the U.S., and the very fabric of democracy being challenged in this country to the point where I even wonder if there will be a fair election this year. But nah. You know what really is... You know what we really need going on? Leftist YouTubers avoiding the hard and pertinent topics and instead accusing each other of petty shit, hurling attacks at each other, sicking each other's fan bases at each other like they are actual fascists. Now, there is a lot of concern about election fraud and stuff like that, from the right. I have never in my fucking life heard of a leftist talking about possible election fraud. What the fuck are they even talking about? Like, where is this coming from? Like, what? Like, can chat, explain this to me? Like, a leftist worried about election tampering? Like, what are you even talking about? And then to also conflate this, oh, my life is fucking hell every day. My rights are being infringed on. And now Illuminati and Big Joel don't agree anymore. Fuck! It's like, oh my god, bro. Where even am I? Where the fuck am I, dude? This is just great. So let's continue. But nah, you know what we really need right now? Left YouTubers avoiding the hard and pertinent topics, and instead accusing each other of petty shit, hurling attacks at each other, sicking each other's fan bases at each other like they are actual fascists. If you get into YouTube drama, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. If you get into YouTube drama, you're acting like Hitler, okay? Hitler, this is just... And when I show you Illuminati's response, your blood is going to fucking boil. It's going to be fucking insane. Yo, Blighted Rascal with the tier 1, thank you very much, buddy. And your buddy Brady through 5 says, Augie, why aren't you a YouTuber fixing all of the problems in the world? Yeah, we need to really be talking about everything going on in the world right now, you know what I mean? Imagine if I was like this, right? If I was like, they're transitioning all the fucking children, the serfs wants to, he's advocating for the raping of our kids, and meanwhile, we're just focused on this fucking petty shit. Fuck, dude, my life is so fucking stressful as it is. They're trying to fucking rape all my kids. They're trying to turn everyone fucking gay and stuff. Like, fuck, dude. Ugh. Could you imagine if that was like the stream? Like, that was every night? Holy shit, bro. Relax. Calm the fuck down. What is happening, dude? These people are not good people. Jamal of the Jungle Tip 3 says, will you discuss Michael Doxberto? I'll discuss Michael. I know that shit was fucking crazy, but I need to get through this shit first, all right? Because this is the real juice, all right? If you guys want me to talk about other stuff tonight, sure. All right, we will. But this stuff right here, this is just fucking too good to be true, dude. I feel like I'm dreaming right now. Anyway, we're not even done with this fucking schizo-ass thread yet. But of course, turbulent times like this seem to be perfect time for speakers within the community to draw lines in the sand and measure the size of their egos against each other. To hell with it! Oh wait, I forgot this paragraph. Motherfuckers, I'm stressed enough as it is, and I look to all of you for solidarity. I follow each of you because you all have a lot to say on these issues, and it ensures me I'm not going out of my fucking mind! Because I'm not the only one who feels things are going fucking wrong! I don't know what's going on with you three. Honestly, I don't give a rat's ass! How about you settle your problems like adults, privately, with level heads, rather than air out your dirty laundry in front of your already stressed fan base? Get your priorities straight, for the love of God, and use the effort you use into attacking each other into actually solving and discussing the issues that actually matter to us, or I'm dropping all of you. Thank you. Wow. This person definitely has a stable brain. You know, this person definitely does not belong in a fucking cage. Totally not. Totally a normal person. Totally a rational, clear-headed response. You know, if I saw something like this in my audience, obviously I would give them a nice pat on the ass, tell them, relax, it's gonna be all okay, I'm sorry. You know, I'll make up, you know, with all the fucking YouTubers. Just kidding. No, we wouldn't. We would send this story. We would send this guy's account to Doc in the radio, and then he would do Spurg Alert and talk about how they're fucking deranged psychopaths that need to be bullied and made fun of for the rest of their fucking lives. All right, but that's not what Illuminati did. You see, Illuminati has like IDUB syndrome. Illuminati actually listens to her crazy fucking fans. She actually feeds into their delusions and bows to them, all right? She responded to this fucking thread right here. Horrible fucking mistake, by the way. If you're a YouTuber and you have people as crazy as this in your audience, you need to ban them. Like, flat out. Oh, censorship, that's gay, that's your ban. No. Unless you're going to keep them around for the sole purpose of mocking them, you need to fucking remove them, all right? These people are unhinged. And if you listen to them and kowtow to them, you're going to have a miserable fucking career ahead of you. But no, that's exactly what Illuminati did. She wrote this crazy person and said, I did apologize to Illegal Eagle privately. I don't know who the Big Joel person is, but yeah, that's why I deleted the tweets. So then this person continues. Thanks for the reply. Like I said, I'm just sick of the drama, and it's times like this we could use less of it. Big Joel does similar content. Okay, I don't care about that. I enjoy all of your content, but if bickering is going to become a regular thing, and if it's going to overshadow the topics that actually matter, then I want no part in it. What a whiny little bitch, dude. Again, if somebody was this whiny in my audience, I would just be like, wow, you're fucking whiny, dude. Like, you sound like a fucking loser. We all seem more interested in canceling each other like we don't have enough enemies. If everything's finished with Legal Eagle, then great. I want to move on as much as you do, as much as you probably do, but I have no patience for petty drama, and I'll probably unfollow permanently if something like this ever happens again. So then Illuminati says, and just as I apologize to Legal Eagle, I apologize to you too. It was something that should have been DM'd. I jumped the gun. I have some personal shit going on that made me a bit more on edge the past few days. And that's not an excuse, but more of a learning lesson to just step away for a minute, finish handling the IRL stuff, then come back. I'll have to check out this person. I usually watch videos about roller coasters and like engineering feats, to be honest, but it's cool to learn about more folks in the space. Thank you for understanding. I apologize again and hope to do better as time goes on. Now, I wrote a bunch of fucking comments in here. I wonder if I don't know how I can tell if I'm banned or something. I might write a thread in here tonight because obviously there's still more stuff that needs to be discussed in this fucking crazy ass subreddit. But yeah, that'll be an arc we do later. before we get into some more stuff, I did want to reopen Bill Blacks's video for a second because I gotta be honest with you guys in the chat, I am being a little bit unfair right now, all right? It wasn't that everybody was against Illuminaughtii, okay? Illuminaughtii did actually have some fans. She did actually have some people who were willing to stick it out for her, all right? It wasn't just, a full-on ratio. Ladies and gentlemen, the serfs steps in to defend Illuminaughtii. The worst account on Twitter. The serfs, my favorite account on Twitter. Of course, if there is any single person that would stick up for Illuminaughtii, it would be this fucking loser right here, the serfs. And this is him talking to Legal Eagle. Dude, it's very shady behavior. At least own up to it. I normally love your stuff, but this ain't it. And I say that as a fan. Fuck the serfs, dude. This guy he finds new ways to suck cock. Okay, I mean, this guy is just crazy, dude. He is fucking down atrocious, dude, for that ex-stripper pussy, And he deleted this tweet, by the way. He left this up for like a few hours. So it's like, if you're trying to fucking slide in, if you're that down bad for that ex-stripper pussy, and then you delete it right after, in Illuminati's mind, you have like the tiniest penis in the world. Like, you have the tiniest fucking, you're the smallest man on earth, all right? You're not even willing to stand by your fucking defense? Really? Not that it's a good take. I mean, maybe it's a good thing he deleted this, but I don't know. I don't find people deleting their fucking tweets, like, brave or anything like that. I feel like it's the fucking opposite. Either way, dude, I just had to point that out because it's just so hilarious to me that of all the people to back her up, it would be the fucking serfs. Seriously? It's just, this is what I mean, guys. This is my favorite phenomenon about the fucking internet, right? I don't control it. I am quite literally a viewer, just like you guys. I sit in my chair, and then crazy shit like this just fucking happens in front of me. And in my mind, it's like the funniest thing in the fucking world. I'm just like, holy shit. Illuminaughtii, gets canceled 4 years later. The serfs is backing her up and stuff like this. Because of course he would, right? It's just phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. So, a bunch of threads came out against Illuminaughtii. Like, a ton of fucking threads came out against her, talking about how she's like a total piece of shit. Some people that used to live with her came out, and in fact, one person that used to live with her ended up releasing a bunch of pictures of her fucking house. Illuminaughtii, ladies and gentlemen, is a hoarder. Her house is just piles of shit everywhere. She has like Chris Chan's house. If you guys remember Chris Chan's house, when it like burned to the fucking ground, okay, maybe it's not that bad. At least you can somewhat see the floor. But like, bro, her place fucking reeks. Look at this shit, dude. Poncho says that's hot. I mean, listen, all right? I'm just saying, damn, bitch, you live like this? This is just fucking... Dude, this is just retarded. And by the way, Mango had this tweet up and then she deleted it, I guess because she didn't want to, like, have that up. I'm never deleting this tweet. It's too fucking juicy, man. I mean, it's just too fucking good. But she gets canceled for a bunch of shit and ends up losing, like, 40,000 subscribers. And we could go through and read the Twitter threads. There's, like, 5 of them. Oh, this is a funny thread. I'll go through this one really quickly, all right? So one of the people was a person from the art community. Now, you guys know how I feel about artists, all right? You guys know that artists are less than human, okay? However, I did want to make a point about this because it's just fucking hilarious. Illuminaughtii used to be a stripper. And as we can see from our Google Drive here, she used to make very sexually suggestive content, including, like I said before, we read this before, but if you're just tuning in, waxing my boyfriend's balls, story time, thirsty guys, the biggest poop ever. I mean, she did it all. But apparently she got ass mad because an artist drew art, like a fucking like art of her character or something like this, just, you know, in a swimsuit, right? She ended up chasing this artist off the internet, talk about how this is a huge violation of her fucking privacy and everything like that. And it's like, okay, sure, if you don't like people drawing semi-suggestive art of your character, maybe I can sympathize with that, but it's like, you used to make the most fucking provocative content of all fucking time, dude. What is this?
So today I'm going to do a story
All right, this is already more provocative than the art.
time, and my story time is kind of a weird one. It's going to be the story of the time that I once tried to wax my boyfriend's balls.
Yes.
Yep, that's what the story is going to be about. Okay. So the like long and the short of the story is my boyfriend and I from like years ago. I think like probably this is like a 2011 time frame. So it's like got to be what 4 or 5 years old now. So he decided that he wanted to like start maintaining like down there a little bit more.
Yeah.
And he decided that he wanted to just have like no hair because he told me
Skip rater 1 out of 10. Oh, fucking unironically 2. I'm not even. I know it's like the Pokemon meme or whatever. 2.
that with like shaving, like the stubble would be really uncomfortable for him. So I had mentioned wax to him. And I told him, you know, of like a salon he could go to like get it done and all this stuff. And he's like, no, I don't want to go there. I want you to do it. So I was like, okay, I've never really waxed anyone's body parts before, and, like let alone like a set of balls. And I didn't really know what I was doing. Obviously, we go to like the CVS right by his house and we just buy like a package of like those regular like full like all over body wax strips right from like Nair or you know whatever, whoever makes them. And so we go back to his house and like his parents are downstairs and his brother, they had like a Jack and Jill bathroom, you know, where like the bathroom like goes through but like separates it. And so we have both the bathroom doors shut, but his brother is in the other room. I'm going upstairs with like this hot little tub of wax and he's got all those strips and stuff and he's laying on his bed and I didn't really know how to do this. So I just kind of like take the little dippy spoon tongue depressor looking thing and I just kind of like take some of the wax out and I just kind of, you know, like slather it up on there like you're making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but it's like a dick in wax. Or like.
By the way, just to pause this for a second, all right? This is a video that she made on Vimeo. Okay, so you got to be a special type of like psychopath to make video like exclusive content on Vimeo, right? It's like, what? Who the fuck does that? But all of her content on Vimeo, I'm not even kidding, was the crustiest shit imaginable. As much as I love this Google Drive that Nick sent me, it doesn't even have it all. I distinctly remember there being like 15 videos that were fucking terrible, you know? So this is like a Vimeo exclusive. If you're like the 1 or 2, and all these videos had like 50, 60, maybe 200 views at most. They were fucking like, nobody saw this shit except for me. I'm the only guy that got like enjoyment out of these videos for all the wrong reasons.
And wax. And so I put it on there and I put the little cloth strips that they give you to tear them off and I like pat it on there or whatever. And I didn't really know like what direction.
Dude, this is almost hard to watch. Honestly, the poop video is the best one, and I'll play that one if you guys want me to. Because I remember it being the poop video. The poop video is a very special place in my heart, okay? The poop video it brings back really nostalgic memories of a better time on YouTube, all right? Optimal with the tier 1. Thank you very much, bro. Sensitive Society with the 5 gifts. W Sensitive Society. Blueberry with the 4 months. 0 out of 10. Papa with the 5 says, dog, she looks like she's from New Jersey. Let's see here. Sensitive Society with the tier 1. Thank you very much. ASST Sailor with the tier 1. Everyone's coming through tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Tweet out the stream. Let everybody know it's going to be a fun evening tonight, all right? So okay, so we can watch more of one if more of this, two if we watch poop. All right. I'm a man of the chat, okay? We'll do whatever the fucking chat wants. I mean, I think we get the point. It's like, ew, gross, balls. It's like, do we really need to watch the whole thing? All right, no spam. I need to see the natural. Most people are saying poop, okay? Yeah, I think we get to, yeah, like I said, we get the point, all right? The poop video is juicy.
Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel.
There was something very ominous about that, like, silent ass intro. Like, that was fucking scary, dude. Ugh. Oh, sorry. Now we got music. All right. I was like, why is the intro quiet? What the fuck is this? Am I watching? What is happening? All right. Let me get this. There we go. Okay.
Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel. Okay, so my sister didn't like really think I was ready to tell this story, and it's kind of embarrassing, but it just happened. And girls don't talk about their shit, their poops, right? Well, I'm gonna talk about my poops because this is a story about poop. So I had this guy that came over for the weekend for my birthday, and he stayed like in my room in my house, obviously, right? So this whole weekend though, like, or the past weekend I guess is when this really happened, but whatever. He, like, we drank a lot, we ate a lot of like bad foods, like unhealthy, like junk foods, you know, whatever. And I didn't drink enough water. So I am like 50% sure the reason this story is even existing is because of not drinking water. So drink water, because this story is about to be a life lesson for you. I forgot, I think it was Sunday. So we woke up and whatever, played games, and we decided we were all gonna go out to breakfast to go get some food. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I need to go to the bathroom real quick. And sometimes, you know, when you go to the bathroom, like the unexpected poops show up and you just thought you were going there to piss, and then all of a sudden you're like, you know, shitting out Mona Lisa's arm. And you're like, I don't know what happened here, but here we are. So I've never had this problem before. And it was like a big fucking turn. Like this thing was like
Whoa!
a baby arm on steroids. Like I really thought
a baby arm on steroids.
Actually, like ripped my asshole in like I don't know, like I had two assholes or something. I don't know. Like there was like it was huge. I'm looking at it and I don't even see the hole for the toilet to like, you know, where it sucks all the shit down. Literally, it was gone. Like it was literally just looking at a big straight fucking log, and there was. I didn't even see the hole, so I knew the poop wouldn't go, okay? And I had this guy over, and I like dig him and shit, and I'm like, oh my god, he can't see this poop.
I'm digging in shit. What the fuck?
And he like was like, hey, can I use your bathroom? And I'm like, oh god, I'm in here panicking. So, you know, I did what any normal person would do in this situation. So I took a bunch of the toilet papers, and I tried to pick the poop up with my hands.
Yo!
So I thought it would be just like, you know, a piece of wood, and you just like, you know, just like pick it up, and I was gonna like put it in the trash can because I have those little baby trash can bags, and I was gonna take the trash out. Like, no big deal. Like, haha, I'm just cleaning the bathroom. It broke in half in the toilet.
What?
So, and then it like slides back down, so now there's poo stains like embedded into the toilet, like skid marks. So now like there is like evidence of my poo duty gone wrong. And I'm in this bathroom freaking out, and it's like dead silent in there, and I can hear him in the bedroom, and it's dead silent. I'm like, oh my god, he can hear everything through this door. I have just shit a baby arm out, and now I broke it in half, and it made shit stains down the side of the toilet. Now I'm torn.
This is the greatest story time of all time. You know, I gotta give her some amount of credit. You compare this video to like a Luna video or anything like that. Hell, I liked Leafy's old story times. You know, they were classics. I gotta be honest, man. None of those videos have elicited the amount of like sensations that a video like this could possibly fucking elicit. This is the real deal right here. And if she made it up, that's even fucking better. You know, if she made it up, that just proved she's got. You have to be like some level of demented. You can't. It wasn't made up. This is a real story.
Because now half of the mammoth baby arm is in the trash can.
Yeah.
And
This singular video mocks Luna's entire career. You want to watch my first time smoking weed? Teacher caught me smoking weed. Fuck off. I want to watch the biggest poop ever. Turn that shit on. If I'm in the car, you pass me the aux. We're not listening to music. We're listening to this, okay? Looped.
The other half is in the toilet, surrounded by skid marks. And this dude is right outside my door. So, I mean, what any natural person does, I go, hey, let's go out and get breakfast. And he was like, what happened? And I go, oh, I accidentally tried to flush some tampons down the toilet. And he's like, oh, so the toilet's like kind of clogged. I'm like, yeah, I threw whole tampons right in there. Just bloop. And he was like, you're on your period? I was like, yeah, yes, yeah. I'm on my period. That's why there's tampons in the toilet right now, and that's why the toilet won't flush. So we go out to breakfast, and breakfast is good or whatever. In the back of my head, I'm thinking when I come home, I'm gonna have to fight like this baby arm that is still in the toilet. It's been taking a lot of steroids. Shit was pumped. I get back home, and I start to walk over to talk to my sister about something, and then I like hear him going towards the bathroom, and I'm like, no, don't you fucking go in there. And he was like, why? I'm like, the tampons, duh. Like, there's tampons in the toilet. And he's like, no, it's no big deal. I'm like, no, do not go in that bathroom. You don't understand what is in that bathroom. Because I know what's in that bathroom. It's in the fucking trash can. Part of it is in the trash can, and part of it is leaving marks. Fuck you. I just got a Snapchat, I'm so sorry. Part of it is in the fucking trash can, and part of it is leaving fucking skid marks showing its goddamn victory in the toilet, and I'm here fucking losing my shit. Like, oh my god, well, ha, I already lost my shit. And I'm like, oh my god.
Yo, this video's got it all, dude. Humor, you know, the timing of this story, the slow motion when she did that slow-mo voice, like the no, that actually sent me like a flashback to 2019 of the first time that I streamed this. The only difference is in 2019, I was streaming this to like 60 people, and now in 2023, we've got 1,000 people soaking it all in, you know, enjoying every second of that shit. You know, take a nice whiff. Yeah, it's such a good video, dude.
God, he's gonna see this baby muscle turd. So I'd like run in there really fucking fast, snatch up that toilet real quick, and I'm in there with a plunger, fucking crying, and I'm like plunging this fucker so hard with the door shut, and he's just like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Water's like splashing everywhere. It's like on my legs. I like feel disgusting now because there's baby arm turd on there. There's baby arm turd in the plunger itself because I just had to like push it in there, you know, kind of like make it stew or something, like, I don't know. So it finally flushes. I take the little baby trash can out, and he's like, oh, are you okay in there? And I'm like, yeah. And he comes in to like brush his teeth, and I see his nose like, you know, shrivel up because he can smell my lies that there were no tampons in the toilet at all. And he just kind of like looked at me and didn't say anything, and I think it was for the best. Yeah, I think I definitely like pooped the biggest poop of my life. Of course, it had to happen during like my birthday weekend when I had somebody over, so you know, it had to come at the most inconvenient times for me, so of course. So that is my lovely poop story. I kind of hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. And I like giraffes. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you guys later.
What an amazing video, man. I mean, truer art has never been made, you know? And again, this is a Vimeo exclusive. If you were like one of the 2 people on Vimeo, you know, you got to experience that shit, you know, that shit video right there. It was so good, man. And, you know, she removed all of her I think she deleted her Vimeo account, like, as soon as we covered this on the last stream. I can only assume this stream is getting flagged, like, literally. I heard she's apparently striking re-uploads of it. So it might have been a dumb decision to play that tonight, but it needed to be played, okay? in order for you guys to understand, you know, the true extent of what we're dealing with here, we must watch the poop video because that nobody else covered it. I was the only, I dug this shit up. I found this shit. I played this shit. And then it was like lost to history for 4 years. Like, somebody's got to fucking do the work in preserving YouTube history right here, especially if she's in the news, right? You know, this is an important piece of the story, right? People are talking about workplace abuse and stuff like that. They're talking about all kinds of stuff, but they're not mentioning the most important part to the whole ass story, okay? So it needed to be fucking played, all right? So she's come out with this response video today. A 40-minute cope covering everything. Legal Eagle as well as the 4 exposing Twitter threads that came out against her. Now a new thread has come out debunking every lie she's told in her new video. I heard a lot of people covered it today and it was like new levels of embarrassing. Let's take a look at it and see what's going on here. This is modern Illuminaughtii. Nikki Red with the 26 months. Oh, hell no. That bitch is nasty. Well, I think you're being rude, all right? Look, the poop story is a performance art, okay? If you don't get it, you don't get it, yeah?
Hey everyone. Well, there's no really fun or interesting way to start this conversation, so you guys know what you're here for, and I'm just gonna jump into it the way I know how to. So I'm sure as all of you know, many things have been said about me in the past week and a half-ish. And I'm someone who often doesn't speak my side of things, and that's something that's also been noted. Just for kind of full transparency in this, I'm going to be working from some of like my notes that I've written to accomplish 2 main things. The first is mainly to keep me on track with the subject matter and off of tangents. I know I like to go off on tangents and talk about various topics all the time, but this is not that time. The second reason is really just to keep my emotions in check. A lot of the things that I'm going to talk about in the, most of this video, to be totally honest with you, are things kind of from the past. They involve old friends, people that I used to consider close friends and I used to trust and really enjoy spending time with, and kind of reopening a lot of these wounds is really painful. It's really
reopening all these
and
wounds.
It's not something I ever thought I would ever have to speak about, especially not in this kind of way. After a few days of self-reflection and really thinking about what I want to say and how I want to talk about these things, I think now is the right time. To be perfectly honest, I'm feeling pretty vulnerable to have this conversation with so many people and so publicly, especially since some of the things
Wow, so already she starts off with the classic YouTuber bullshit, right? She's gonna come out here and be like, look, I need to be open, I need to be vulnerable. I mean, this is the most basic form of manipulation, like, possible, right? She's gonna come out and sit there and be like, oh, I'm so brave for coming out with my side of the story. You're not fucking brave. If somebody accuses you of doing horrible shit and you have to talk about it, right? You're not fucking, you know, brave. That's just what you do. If somebody says something about you, whether it's a lie or whether it's like an expose, and you choose to talk about that, that's not brave.
I'm going to talk about today are...
And also, how is she so nervous to cover this, but the poop story, like, she like almost got a thrill from covering that. Like, what the fuck?
Really personal and things in my private life that should have never become content fodder. So
things in my private life that should never been content fodder. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, sure.
Let me try something new today, and I'm going to address these issues.
Legal ego, you got fucked.
Now, before we get into debunking many false statements that have been made about me, I want to start with an apology. I have apologized privately to Legal Eagle the day after this incident occurred, though I have not been publicizing that until right now. Maybe this is something I should have said sooner, but I needed the time to think through the events that have preceded.
Think through what? You're fucking retarded the whole time. You should have thought through that before hitting send.
And for those unaware, a short story. My editors came to me about how parts of a Legal Eagle video looked similar to our videos. And then there were messages and an email from one of Legal Eagle's editors asking for more information about how we do certain effects. I looked at the compared images that were brought to me and I said, wow, that does look pretty similar, and I impulsively posted about it on Twitter. Truthfully, I should have looked into this more instead of just putting the information out there the second I had a gut reaction about it. I should have asked him what the emails were about, but I didn't, and I made a mistake.
What do you mean what the emails were about? That's not what was confusing there. An editor reaches out, hey, I like the preset you used here. What did you use? I'm curious, right? What? Why are we acting like, dude, I can't fucking stand this video already because there's just so much fucking tiny little manipulations that she says here. It's like, holy fuck.
And plain and simple, I was wrong. So to Legal Eagle and team, I just want to reiterate that I messed up, and I'm sorry for any stress this may have caused you and of course to your team. I know I apologized privately and removed the tweets with that apology, and I'm now publicly sharing that information with all of you. And I want to extend that apology to my audience and to listeners who are disappointed in me for this, because I'm also disappointed in myself. It was a quick drawn decision and it wasn't thought out. I promise to do better. Now, as we
I promise to do better. I love when celebrities say that.
continue in this video, I do want to give you a heads up that there will be trigger warnings for various sections as needed.
Yes!
I also want to go ahead and let you know that I will be providing a public Google Drive containing any and all relevant information that I
have a Google Drive.
address in this video, similar to how I provide a source document for every episode of mine.
Oh, Bomber guy and plagiarism.
Let's start with the first accusation and go from there. After Legal Eagle responded in his tweets, there was another tweet that arose in tandem to this situation. And that tweet was...
Okay, so some context here, all right? Iilluminaughtii is a leftist video content creator. That's not all of her content is political, but a large portion of it is covering leftist issues. She has a huge leftist audience. And Bomber guy is like a massive, he's one of the most well-respected lefty content creators. It's like him, like ContraPoints, and I don't know. I mean, I don't watch any of these guys, but I know he's one of the most respected people. Ironically enough, Bomber guy has a lot of really interesting lore. Apparently, he used to be on like the Medicare forums back in the day, and he used to have a gaming channel with Mr. Medicare where they were like obviously extremely fucking, you know, edgy and stuff like that. Well, all information regarding that is basically destroyed, and you know, you can't. I'm sure like some parts of the internet, like you can find like I talked to Medicare about this when I was on with him with Alberto and all those other people and stuff, but just some interesting lore there. But he's a really respected content creator in leftist circles. So for her to get called out for that, you know, that's like if, I don't know, who's a well-respected commentary channel? Like, who's like the biggest respected commentary channel nowadays? I don't know. It's like if back in 2016, iDubbbz did a video exposing me for stealing or something like that, right? It would devastate me. So she's having to respond to a very heavy claim of plagiarism. Not only is she hypocritical, but you have to understand the weight of the person accusing. Yeah, Tro. Yeah, exactly. It's like if Tro nowadays accused me of like being a scumbag or something like that. No matter what, that's that would be a heavy thing to deal with, because it's like, okay, this guy has a lot of subs. He's well respected. People love this guy. So that's what she's dealing with here. So let's see how she responds to it. Will she, you know, explain everything away? Like, what's gonna happen?
Was by another YouTuber.
Yeah, I just saw a really cool car drive by.
Called Bomber Guy. And this YouTuber is someone who also creates longer form content. As someone who creates this type of content and researches various topics, the main thing to keep in mind is the source material used. Things like articles, interviews, videos, documentaries, academic essays, and so on and so forth. As video essayists, this is a core concept to both Harris and myself. Before I get into the accusation itself, I want to address the topic of plagiarism. And that word has been tossed around a ton, and it's not something to be taken lightly. And I just want to take a minute to define this word. On screen are definitions for the word plagiarism as defined by Merriam-Webster.
Oh my god, dude! No, she's pulling out the dictionary for this shit.
The University of Oxford. I'm showing multiple sources defining plagiarism, but the overall definition is going to boil down to this. Plagiarism is to take someone else's idea as their own or to not credit the source. With that definition being clearly identified, let's go ahead and take a look at what Harris brought to the Twitter table. Harris posted this video saying, and I quote, "Personally, at Iilluminaughtii, I would define plagiarism as something a bit more specific. For example, copying someone else's documentary directly into your script."
Dude, can people make videos where they talk like human beings and stuff like this? Like, what is this narration? Like, okay, so I'm going to respond to this. Plagiarism is defined as this, and I did not plagiarize in this video. As you can see here, Bomber Guy, talk like a fucking human, man. I mean, we really need to make, like, this YouTuber speak unpopular or something like that. If it was one of her documentaries, sure, it makes sense, but this is not a fucking documentary. This is her real editing right here. Stale-ass background, you know, tweet just popping up on screen. You know, just talk like a human being a little bit, right?
However,
talk like how you were talking about when you were shitting yourself and getting shit all over your boyfriend's toilet, you know, with that sort of level of enthusiasm. That's what we want to hear.
In his own video, he shows where I'm audibly quoting a direct line from the documentary, and even visually you can see it on the screen with the quotation marks. Additionally, you can even see the dual ellipses on either end of that quote.
Oh, you please tell me you're covering this for viewership. You don't actually give a fuck. Poncho, I care about everything I talk about, all right? I'm fucking crazy. This is the argument we were having last stream where it's like, you know, the people that cover drama versus don't. I relish in this shit, okay? This is good. There's nothing I love more than watching a video and just being like, fuck you. Toastify with the 2 says, would not surprise me if her voice was AI, not gonna lie, dude. Oh, man.
indicating that more of that source was being cited. When you go to my sourcing page for this particular episode, you can also see that the documentary is listed as a source. It has been 3 years since I posted this episode, and I've been really grateful to be able to continually learn and grow with time. Since then, I've learned to be much more overt and obvious with citations, something that
Oh, it was buried 40 lines in and I pasted it. Duh. What the fuck? Leia something 10 says, why need to define plagiarism? Everyone knows what it is. It's completely disingenuous. Well, her definition just owns her because she did plagiarize. She's like, oh, I had the documentary listed. Oh, really? Did you quote who you were speaking from? Because you were copying the dude's lines like word for fucking word. Okay, if you were talking about how Legal Eagle was stealing your fucking homework, if you submitted this in any fucking, in any, like, university, you would get expelled.
May not have been perfectly clear to me 3 years ago. I apologize for the oversight of not making that quote more clear. At the time of recording, it was really obvious to me that it was a citation of the documentary, especially in full context of that section of my video, because that section was wholly dedicated to Brian Deere's work. And for some clarification, I would like to provide both you and Harris with the script that I was working off of. It will be available in the Google Drive. While I believe emphasizing the key phrase of the quote about stopping injections on autistic children was, and still is, very important to point out, the quote should have been fully displayed on screen. This was certainly a poor editing choice, and it's an editing style that I no longer utilize, but it's most certainly not plagiarism. But with that being
Just listen how she refuses to take accountability for shit. It's like, oh, it was a poor editing choice. No.
said, I still want to take accountability where it's needed, so I still would like to apologize for the citation not being made more clear visually in that video. Harris, I am also someone who takes plagiarism seriously, and I do see where your criticism comes from, but unfortunately, this was simply an oversight on an editing error, but not an act of plagiarism. To me,
wow, dude, fuck you. Really? You're just gonna comfortably say that? That's what, people are telling me this whole video is just like, she refuses to take accountability for shit, and man, were they not kidding, bro. A poor editing choice. I mean, look, am I being overly cynical tonight? It is possible, okay? The tone of this stream is absolutely just me shitting all over her like she's her boyfriend's toilet. But it's like, how the fuck am I not supposed to do that? I hate this person, all right? She fucking sucks, and it's fun. But I can admit, all right, yeah, sure, this is a negative-ass stream. That is absolutely not taking accountability for fucking anything. That was not a poor editing choice, okay? That was a poor plagiarism. That was a poor act of plagiarism that you, for some reason, have decided to sweep under the rug. It's like, well, I can understand your criticism here. Okay, if a motherfucker using, like, the torn paper effect or highlighting is plagiarism, how the fuck is your video not, like, the worst example of that? You're really gonna sit here and admit that Legal Eagle fucking owned you? But then H. Bobber guy is like, oh, well, I don't really see how his criticism holds up. Sure.
At the time of the recording, the entire section was very obviously a citation, even as seen in the script. There was a visual change to break up the many words that would otherwise be just chunked onto the screen, which, looking back at it, despite not being so visually appealing to have tons of words on the screen, this should have been an opportunity to provide that full quote to avoid any confusion like this whatsoever. Based on the definition of the word plagiarism, his claims are simply false. Not only is the source quoted on screen, it's also cited in the sources list, which, again, I will provide in the Google
H-Bomber
Drive
guy needs to drop an Illuminati documentary, all right?
A more seasoned video essayist now, I've been...
Credit was on pastebin line 679. It's not plagiarism, by the way, guys. It's not.
Lucky that I'm able to continue learning how to showcase facts and other relevant materials in an interesting and educational way, and I'm really excited that I get to continue doing that. I'd like to think that in the last 3 years, myself and my team have grown to create better content that is educational and entertaining, and this is clearly an example of how we have improved since that time. I have nothing but love for everyone on my team, from editors, writers, artists, and...
Dude, okay, I'm sorry, but how fucking educational is her content, all right? Is any of this shit, when one of the things I didn't talk about in her crazy ass, in that crazy Reddit post from one of her fans, they were talking about, like, you guys need to set aside your drama and focus on the real issues and focus on solving, specifically use the word solving real issues. Are these videos, like, good? I don't believe that they are. Just by, there's no way she could produce something, like, good, but, like, whoa, what the fuck is... what the fuck is this? Romanticizing the Holocaust. Why are we still publishing Nazi romances? What?
About a year ago, an author named Emily announced that her book, Heartland, had been picked up by Putnam Books. And this was huge for her, as it would be for any author. Emily's agent, Molly Glick, works for CAA, the Creative Artist Agency. They're known for repping best-selling and famous authors.
These videos feel like they were designed by, like, the fucking CIA. I mean, are these videos? I'm sure they're like all right to watch, you know, if you need something, right? But it's like, I got my impression of these videos is she looked up like the Wikipedia of like whatever the fuck she's talking about and gives you like the very bare bones, like minimal information. Like if you want a very minimal understanding of like a particular topic, sure, you can play one of these and I'm sure it'll look nice. And if you enjoy her narration, maybe it's like something that is like interesting, but I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. Mike Lopez, thank you for the tier 1, bro.
And even some of the not so fun kind of clerical duties like payroll. I'm always going to have their back, even if sometimes things slip through the cracks. We're a team of people who make human mistakes. We're going to continue to improve content as the years continue, and we'll always be able to learn and improve from the past.
Sad Milk. Okay, so she had this group. This is like where the majority of the response is going to be coming from, right? So Sad Milk was her old content group, all right? It was this guy, maybe some other people, but these are the main people accusing him, right? And apparently she was a total cunt. She, was abusive to her employees, like verbally. She fucking lied and stuff like this. So let's hear what she has to say about this, all right? And we can look through their threads in a second, but I figured let's just jump into the video.
Before I address any one person individually, I want to kind of cover everything in a general and broader scope regarding Sad Milk. Sad Milk was a collaboration channel started by 6 friends in 2020. It was kind of essentially group Reddit readings and just looking at cringe things online and reacting to it. It was no big deal on the surface. This channel and this project was just meant to be something goofy, easy, and kind of cringy, but a shared channel that we could all get a kick out of. It was just supposed
It's kind of cringy, but it's a little goofy channel that we thought was really cute. Fuck off.
to be a bunch of friends hanging out, reacting to funny images, and
This
just
is my negative stream.
having a good time together. I mean, the channel name was literally called Sad Milk, so it wasn't really something that anyone was taking too seriously. Discussing Sad Milk now in current day is always a little bit bittersweet for me. It was a fun project among friends that turned sour.
Bittersweet.
The issues I'm about to address cost me some of my closest friends at that time. When the Sad Milk channel was formed, I initially took the lead and I made the channel, I made the Discord, I got my mods from my server to help run the new Discord, I hired and managed video editors to help us produce more content. I was the one who was sourcing the topics.
And I also ran the ban lists, so that Nick and Aki couldn't join.
And files for each video. And I was the one who had set the schedules for recording too. The reality of the situation was this: with creators in different time zones.
What is this schedule? Always being Illuminati to click one topic, salty, wonderstruck. Damn, this shit is fucking intense. What are they making, like 6 videos a day? Holy shit.
It was logistically pretty hard to get everyone together at one place in one time. We tried to do it organically multiple times, but unfortunately someone would always end up missing from the recordings. There's a lot of work behind the scenes that goes into a YouTube channel, and I bore the brunt of it for this project. And it wasn't something that I was doing to have total control as some members have suggested. I managed the schedules and the editor.
I need to clear my mind and conscience after holding this in for 2 years. Forgive me, but it's what needs to be done. When looking at the whole of the project, it was mostly control to run my Blair. Her main worry was that because of her, in her words, lack of personality, she felt as though her contribution to Sad Milk needed to be the managerial bureaucracy behind the scenes to justify her presence, bro. Her lack of personality. What a fucking hell. I disagree. She has fine personality. I mean, look at her old content.
Because it was just something that needed to be done. People weren't stepping up to the plate, and I did, and I ultimately bit off more than I could chew.
Wow, so they're all a bunch of lazy retards, but she was the one keeping it in check. What a boss bitch queen.
It was a lot of work, if we're being honest, and I was beginning to burn out pretty quickly. Had
Dude,
I known how
Illuminaughtii is just so nice and brave. I love how brave she is for running this fucking channel. Just making sure everything's on top, making sure these lazy little fucking homos are doing their job. Illuminaughtii standing there tirelessly working when nobody else was as committed to the project as she was. I'm already on her side, all right? I changed my mind. We're fucking changing the title of the stream.
Would have been treated through this channel and afterwards, I never would have joined this project. Essentially, everyone in the group had 2 main responsibilities for Sad Milk. The first was that you had to show up to the scheduled recording, and the second was you had to pay your portion of the editor's fees as they arise. After the editors were paid, any earnings that were left in the channel were split into 6 equal pieces for each person.
What do you mean after the editors were paid? You have like 20 of them. Are you paying them all like $10? Like, how the fuck are you paying the editors and then splitting income between like 5 other different people? Unless you only have like 1 editor for this fucking channel. Like, how much money is a channel with 100,000 subs realistically making? Probably not as much. If you're splitting it between, how many? Okay, hold on. Let me look up this channel because now I'm curious. All right, Sad Milk. Is it up still? Probably not, unfortunately. Yeah, if it's not showing up, then it's gone or whatever. But it's like, if she has like 5 or 6 different people working on the channel plus editors, and she's splitting up like the income made off of the channel, either they're all making dirt or the editors are making dirt and they're making somewhat amount of money. I don't know.
Since this was a project among friends, we all initially agreed to just split the earnings 6 ways, even though I was taking on some extra responsibilities. When it was time
Whoa, okay.
to pay the editors, I wasn't answered or told that they would just get it to me later. I had to do this at various points with a vast majority of the members of the group. They would eventually get around to reimbursing me only after I expressed in group meetings how I was upset that I have to do everything, and I also got stuck footing the bill too. What quickly transpired was that members either couldn't or wouldn't reimburse me for the editors. For clarity's sake, I do want to disclose that we as a group later revised our agreement after paying all editors and
All right, now keep in mind, we're going to listen to her claims, then we're going to take a look at fucking the Click, who she's attacking right now. We're going to take a look at his response because he had some problems with this, all right? Oh, you guys found the channel? All right, let me look this shit up. Why was it not showing up on YouTube? YouTube search fucking sucks. Oh, all the videos are gone, though. Great. Dopamine-free milk. Cool. So it's just like an empty channel. All right.
creative freelancers, that 5% of remaining earnings would go directly to me for the administrative work that I was doing. After that, the remaining earnings would then be split amongst the group evenly. Ultimately, the channel made very little, and it actually cost a lot more than we earned a majority of the time.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was thinking.
Something the Click brought up in his Twitter thread was that I was angry and yelled at a meeting, but what he didn't share was the context of that meeting. As I've previously stated, the scheduling and money issues had been an ongoing problem. In the meeting that he vaguely references on Twitter, this is what actually happened. I had become more and more frustrated about how I was doing all of the work, I was doing all of the maintenance, and then I was also having to financially foot the bill to the project. As I said, it was burning me out.
All right, right off the bat, and I don't know anything, I'm just literally talking out of my asshole. I don't fucking believe her for 1 second. Whenever somebody overstates how much like effort they're putting into a group project, immediately I am led to like just believe that it's like, are you really? Or are you just putting in like the basic amount of effort, but in your mind deluding yourself into thinking that you're like really running the show here and everyone else is slouching? I don't know why. I just hear this all the fucking time. It's like in a group effort, like the one person will be like, nobody else is doing shit. You know, I have to fucking step up and do this, and this, and this, and this, and this. And it's like, are you?
And I was thinking about leaving the group. Oz Media suggested that he try to run the meeting and I not attend, and I agreed. But One Topic and Click were very insistent that I be there, even though I said I was not ready to talk and I needed more time. So when I entered the call, I tried to let everyone know that I was uncomfortable with having this conversation and I was not ready to have it. Again, I would like to point out that at this point in time, these
This
were
was her hooked. Yeah, exactly. When I ran a hook, dude, Cyrus would never show up. Aiden was always cracked out. You know, Dumpy never showed up to work. I had to do it all. I had to fucking gather the topics. I had to make the thumbnails. I had to edit it, dude. It was just so much fucking work, bro. You know?
still.
Well, Cyrus, yeah, exactly. You know, he was doing all, he was a little busy, a little preoccupied. And, you know, maybe, I don't know, man. You know, he was just a very busy guy. I never knew what he was really up to.
My friends. These were people that I liked and cared about. Letting your friends know, hey, I'm not okay right now. I'm really stressed and hurt. While you all get to stream, I still have to pick up the pieces to keep this channel going is a really difficult conversation to have. Before the meeting started,
Not really. You could just be honest.
I was told that if I didn't show up, that they would not have the conversation with me and everything would just stagnate. So I tried to put the channel and my friends' needs above my own. Reluctantly, I joined the conversation, and as I was speaking, One Topic talked over me, and out of frustration of this happening yet again, I raised my voice and said, can you shut up and let me talk for once? And he left the call, and that's the last time I ever spoke with him. Looking back,
wow. they were like, man, fuck this bitch, I'm out. Really?
look at it now, I should not have spoken to my friend like that. I felt that I wasn't given time to process and think things through, and in process of, emotion vomit came out. One Topic, I would like to
Emotion
apologize
vomit.
for that, this time publicly. Clearly, this was a situation that affected all of us very deeply and personally, and this was an exciting idea, but one that never really took off the way I think we thought it could. To all of the members of Sad Milk, I just want to say that I'm very sorry that I caused you stress throughout this project.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see what Dude had to say here. Watching the Illuminaughtii response video at the moment, only 25 minutes in so far, but that's not a very accurate retelling of events. I will be making a video on my own, but for a quick address for now, I didn't pay editors. For context, I was just a few weeks into YouTube and was drowning in paperwork since I had just set up my company. My company card got declined for a $400 payment to her editor costs. When she sent me a reminder, I paid her from my personal account to ensure that she didn't get the wrong idea, which is more expensive as you pay with net salary instead of gross revenue. Odd thing to bring up as it was resolved quite smoothly. She did do a lot of work on the collab channel, but that was also the role she wanted and insisted on having. It was very hard to help out as she would not offer proper access to either the channel, editor commission, drives, you name it. We also didn't tell her to raise her cut of the channel when it became apparent she did more hours. She declined, which was also fine by me, but it turned sour when she demanded help, but also would not give the access to do so. As for the meeting, she's the one who demanded a meeting. When OT and I didn't let Oz talk over us, he was still acting as mediator at the time, she stormed towards the mic from listening in from the background, screaming, "Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Now it's me who's talking!" Yikes. That's crazy. Now it's me who's talking. It didn't get more pleasant as it went on. As for the Discord, yes, we had a random creep in a VC. It's a large public Discord. Oh, no. Okay, never mind. All right, I think we're going to get into that in a second. Apparently, there was one creepy guy in a Discord server, and this is fucking drama.
I want to take a couple minutes.
By the way, speaking of Petty, apparently Petty Page took a big shot at Nick today because she's on Team Illuminaughtii, I guess. So I'm going to pull that up just to take a look at later. But yeah.
It's to bring up the click and the many claims that he made on Twitter recently. The click brings up how, as he puts it, a very convenient series of videos resurfaced with him saying some not so savory things after he left Sad Milk. His old videos, as he puts it, aged like milk. They did. I'm not going to dive into it further. The information's out there if you so choose to look. And as Click stated, those videos are 11 to 14 years old. And to be perfectly clear here, those videos are not any of the reasons as to why we split ways in Sad Milk, as Click tries to insinuate. Even back in 2020, I had stated that those videos had nothing to do with the ending of Sad Milk. I was actually unaware of those videos at the time of our friendship, but had I been aware of them, that friendship would have likely ended sooner.
Whoa. What videos are we talking about here? When people started questioning that maybe she was the reason everyone left, there was a very convenient digging up of 11 to 14-year-old videos of me. Stuff I made back when I started my channel in 2009 when I was a teenager. And as you can probably guess, some of the jokes from that time aged like milk. What did he say, though? Is this the guy that said retard? And that's like what we're talking about here, as if he like fucking made videos like, as if he used to make videos that were like extreme shit. Like him talking about like race or some shit like that. I don't fucking know. What did he say in these? Common 2009 shit? Bro, you know what was common in 2009? Fucking pedophilia. Okay? You know, that was the time when like Shane Dawson was making all these crazy fucking videos and clips and everyone was just going nuts and stuff like that. What was he making? Was it shit like on that fucking level? Or did he say retard? Like, what the fuck was actually happening? Is she going to say that? Or is she going to leave out context to make it seem like it? Is she going to do another manipulative tactic of leaving out context to make it seem like it was like so much worse than it actually was? Like, what's happening here?
14 years old. And to be perfectly clear here, those videos are not...
Okay, we got a Reddit post here. The only thing the Milkman did was show up to a recording I had to create a schedule for, blah, blah, blah. Does she talk about videos here? I don't think she does. I need to know.
Any of the reasons as to why we split ways in Sad Milk, as Click tries to insinuate. Even back...
Yo, AZTan, 18 months. I'm only here because the better Asian doc is leaving. Good one. ASST Sailor with the 11 months says Paige, Tipster, Jalen, and Diva are the four horsemen of the Spurgopocalypse. Yeah. Dude, Tipster also needs an intervention, all right? Tipster's simping for Keffals is like to a degree that's becoming almost sickening to me. All right? Like, actually, though. I don't know. That's a topic for maybe later, but, yeah. Tipster blocks Smaggle, unforgivable, man. No, but for real, Tipster's, like, simping for Keffals is, like, fucking gross. Especially because Keffals is back on her deplatforming shit. Keffals right now is celebrating Matt Walsh for getting, like, deplatformed. And while she's making all of these tweets celebrating this, Tipster's, like, retweeting all of the other tweets around that tweet. It's like, why are you going to buddy up with somebody that's, like, pro-deplatforming and they're honestly pro, like, terrorizing the fucking internet? Why the fuck would you do that? But, yeah. The LGBTQ community has forgiven Tipster. Congrats, just so tippy. This resulted in a block? That's pretty soft. If that's real, that's pretty... Yeah, Tipster blocked me for this tweet. That is soft as shit, bro. What the fuck is going on there?
back in 2020, I had stated that those videos had nothing to do with the ending of Sad Milk. I was actually unaware of those videos at the time of our friendship, but had I been aware of them, that friendship would have likely ended sooner. Unfortunately, when those videos surfaced, it wasn't really all that shocking to me, as Oz Media and I had actually talked about how Click had been using the R slur while we played games together.
Oh, okay, so it is about the R slur. Holy fuck. So if she knew that guy said the R slur, she would have cut him off sooner. Really? Fucking really, dude. These people are subhuman.
I thought, or
Like,
I wanted to
actually.
assume that I had misheard.
That's
but
not a normal thought process. Even if you're somebody that's like anti-slur or whatever, we're not even talking about a fucking slur, all right? You would stop doing business and being personal friends with somebody because they say the fucking R slur? Really? What in the fuck, dude?
Oz said that he was uncomfortable with it and said something, but
That's the worst thing she's done so far. You know, her war with Legal Eagle and stuff like that doesn't even compare to this.
the language continued. Click, you are right. Those videos in question are old, and at this
Yeah. Keep in mind, 2 years earlier, she sent ass pics to someone who went around on Discord as Acogen the Inward Engine. Sent her fucking ass to a guy that, you know, used to be a part of the fucking alt-right, right? Really?
point, they're kind of irrelevant. People can learn and people can change. That being said, at the time in 2020, Click was still using horrifying language and slurs that have long been deemed unacceptable. I'd now like to address the Click's claims that
Long been deemed unacceptable. And again, this is just like further manipulation and refusing to take accountability for shit. Like, she's really gonna bring up this shit like, oh, you know, he should have known or something. He should have known better than to say these words to shift blame off of what she's being accused of, right? Which is being a bitch to work with. You know, she's gonna be like, well, actually, this guy uses slurs instead of the R word. Okay. Weisenberg 5. Don't know when you'll see this, but just wait until her Wonderstruck segment. Oh, I cannot wait, dude. Yeah, if people are saying they're not liking this, they're fucking lying. I am loving every second of this.
any involvement in trying to
And we got more after this.
gain control of his Discord server by, as he says, tossing around accusations at staff. Because unfortunately, there were some truly sinister things occurring in the Click's Discord that were brought to my attention. For this next section, I would like to provide a trigger warning. There will be mentions of explicit sexual language, mentions of pedophilia, graphic imagery, and inappropriate behavior around minors.
These are like all my favorite subjects, bro. She better not have videos float around of her saying slurs because she will end up like Hello Leash. Dude, that's a flashback. Hello Leash. What's she up to?
Before I go any further into this, I want to mention that there's going to be resources in my description box regarding what I'm about to discuss now. I do think it's relevant to bring up that in 2019, the Click's channel was terminated by YouTube for sexual content. At the time, a few YouTubers, including myself and Oz Media, band together to help reinstate Click's channel. Oz spoke to his MCN representative, and I spoke with YouTube directly. This is something that I now look back on with so much regret. Had I known
Whoa, what's going on here?
at the time what was going on behind the scenes, I never would have participated in helping Click with his channel. Allow me to explain the situation a little bit. The Click and I had shared Discord moderators around the time of Sad Milk being created. Due to the Click's inaction, our shared
No, dude, she's about to make the worst point of all time. Wait, listen to this, everyone. Listen to this.
moderators had brought a situation in his server to my attention, a situation involving pedophilia. In Click's Discord, there was a 19-year-old bragging about a 12-year-old that he was claiming to be involved with. A moderator reached out to get more information on this situation. This 19-year-old then reiterates, and I am directly quoting this here, I talked with my therapist about it, even too, and he told me as long as I don't touch her, it's okay. Click and his team did not pursue any immediate action to ban, restrict, or report this individual. So those shared mods came to me, and they told me that they were uncomfortable. So we used this individual's ID number, and we banned them from the Sad Milk server and from my server, and we reported them to Discord's trust and safety team, who we hope did pursue this further. Then I went to contact Click to see what was going on, and it was mainly because I didn't want to believe that he would blow off someone clearly discussing such an inappropriate relationship. In fact, this was right off the heels of one of his admins sharing pornographic content to people that they knew were minors. One thing that I would like to point out here is how these users were pushing pornographic materials to a minor who explicitly states that their parent is in the room with them, so they were hiding their phone. I would like to point out that a common tactic for abusers who are attempting to groom children is that they expose them to pornography and other sexual content in an attempt.
No shit. Who doesn't know this? There's so many manipulative things going on here. And before I address the real point, just pay attention to how she's wording this, right? We gathered his Discord ID, and then we used that ID to ban him from both servers, and then we reported him to Discord Trust and Safety. This is like the bare minimum, all right? This is like the most basic shit in the world. You blocked him on Discord, and then you reported his account. You can just say that. You don't have to make it out like you did a full-on Discordian investigation of this guy. Make it sound like this was like a major process. You clicked 2 buttons. That's all you did, all right? And now she's going to tell you a common grooming tactic is when people show porn to my... No shit. Who doesn't... Wow. What? I didn't know that.
To desensitize the child. I'll provide Rain's page on grooming for further information. And if you're a child currently in a similar situation, I urge you to speak to a trusted adult or authorities. And again, resources will be provided below. Having to relook at these messages again still makes my stomach turn, even 3 years later. When...
Seriously? Do you really give a shit about this? I'm sorry, dude. If somebody tells me that there's a fucking pedo in my server and they show me evidence, I'm just gonna ban them. But do I have to like be like, holy shit, dude, my stomach is churning from this. This is sickening. I'm gonna puke everywhere. Ugh. And then like 3 years later, when I like am reminded of the situation, am I supposed to just be like, ugh, this is horrifying? It's like just adding on so much shit. And don't worry, we'll read the click's response to this, all right? Because I have a feeling this is... What is her argument? They didn't ban him immediately? No shit. Like, you had one creep in your Discord server. They didn't even fucking ban him. How often does this fucking happen, right? Is this evidence of, like, covering up some sort of, like, pedophilic, like, investigation happening here? Or did you tell the guy later and then he banned them? She told us r/ swatted her and her friends with them 2 years later. She must be so broken up. Yeah, and that never happened. Iilluminaughtii lied about r/ swatting her. That never fucking happened. Is she going to talk about that? Hopefully.
Couldn't initially take action, I switched tactics with him, and I called one topic, who was and still is, to my understanding, one of the clique's closest friends on social media. I got into a call with both of them, and I shared these files with them, and one topic opened the files, he was horrified, and he said, and I quote, "I've read one, and I don't want access to those screenshots." It was after this conversation that Click took action and reported and removed that individual from his server.
Oh, so he did ban the pedophile when you told him about it. So what's the problem? What happened?
I really wouldn't lightly make accusations like this unless I had seen them for myself. And let me be abundantly clear here, I am not trying to accuse the clique of pedophilia, nor do I have any reason to believe that he could be a pedophile. However,
Why is that even something you have to clarify?
Cultivated an environment that was a breeding ground for inappropriate behavior with minors to occur, and that's exactly what happened.
He cultivated he had a Discord server. Everybody has this. So she is so ass mad about this guy exposing her behavior that she's willing to smear the guy as a pedophile enabler, somebody that's hosting a pedophile farm. Wow, that is fucking evil, man. Iilluminaughtii is an evil bitch. This is a tremendous stretch. I hope you guys in chat realize how big of a stretch this is. This is crazy talk.
Having our shared moderators approach me in my server about this very serious situation.
And this is like, what, one guy? One guy was a creep in your public Discord server. Like, what? I'm a mod, I ban, and I forgot about it. I don't, wait, what? I'm a mod, I ban and forget about it. Don't glorify it. Last time someone did that, they were a pedo themselves. So what that say about... I don't know what you're saying. Your message is kind of all over the place, but yeah, I don't know.
In his server was extremely uncomfortable, but something the moderation team felt needed action that was not being taken. Furthermore, referring to these shared moderators that we had as spies, as he said on Twitter, it only dismisses the fact that he allowed this sexually explicit language to occur around minors. He referred to them as spies, which only shows that he didn't really see any issue with the state of his server. Mark, I'm going to address you directly here. On your Discord server that had, and likely still has, minors present, you as an adult need to do the right thing and actually pay attention to what goes down in your server or ensure a team will take action against...
Why? He's busy. That's what the mods are for, right? Why does he need to actively monitor every conversation happening in his public Discord server? That's a tremendous, colossal waste of time. Is that what Iilluminaughtii does her? Because, you know, she has scriptwriters, she has editors, she has researchers. She has everyone doing everything for her. So maybe from Illuminati's perspective, she has plenty of time to eyeball every message in her server. But most people that are busy and don't have 30 people producing their content, they don't have time to read everything. Like, what the in their Discord server? Like, that's like a retarded... She doesn't even know how retarded she sounds. That's like the worst part.
Inappropriate behavior. I am sorry to those minors who were spoken to in such an inappropriate way. You were, and some of you likely are, still children. Adults should not be having sexually charged conversations with you or sharing sexually explicit photos with you.
So brave, yes!
This is and always has been unacceptable. I will be providing links in the description box for a few resources for anyone who has been negatively impacted by these events. I did what I could, but I wish I could have done more, and I wish that the Click had more accountability of his own server. I also hope that since my falling out with Click, that he has learned from his past errors and worked to better himself. I hope that he and his current moderation team are holding themselves to a higher standard. The past 3 years have been challenging.
I'm saying she glorifies stuff and obsesses over it. Just ban the person to be quiet. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's really all you have to do. This is like adding on to it. I mean, obviously what she's saying is correct. Yeah, I mean, she's basically saying pedophilia bad. No shit. Everybody fucking agrees with that. But she's embellishing it for like so fucking long to demonize this guy as if he has any part in farming pedophiles in his community, with her only evidence being there was one pedophile that was eventually banned when it was brought directly to his attention. Is that evidence that he's like allowing them in? What?
All of us. And I think it's
I mean, this entire video is just 20 minutes of manipulation. There's not an honest bone in her body.
That living through a global pandemic has changed us in one way or another. Click, I hope you have learned to not tolerate such behavior in your server. I hope that you have learned from this and that you'll continue to strive to do better. I truly regret ever being friends with you. And I hope that I can finally close the door on that chapter in my life.
So again, how she opened up this segment was saying that Click got his channel falsely banned for sexual content and that she participated in helping get his channel reinstated. Now she's saying she regrets that. So she's willing to flat out say, I wish I never helped this guy get his entire career and livelihood back because one pedophile lived in his Discord server that was banned. What?
Nothing to do with you, and I can only hope that I will no longer be associated with you after all of this.
What in the fuck, dude? So now we have the Wonderstruck segment that people are telling me was really bad. We're going to get into that. Roger Waters 32 says, was banning him the problem? What the fuck? No, what she's trying to say is that he took too long to ban them, I guess. I don't even know what her point. It's just so manipulative. It's actually evil what she's doing. Can't wait for you to see her fake cry at the end. Oh, I can't wait for that. All right. Before we get into the Wonderstruck segment, I want to read the Click's response because it's only fair. I mean, that was a slanderous segment. That segment was downright. He should be contacting Legal Eagle and suing her into poverty so that she'll never have an editor ever again. That's what I would be saying if I was the Click. I would be fucking furious. So what did he say? As for the Discord, yes, we had a random creep in a VC. It's a large public Discord. It happens sadly, as most server owners will attest to. A couple mods failed to act in a timely manner. They are not on the team anymore, obviously. Also, good to keep in mind these mods are community volunteers, not trained law enforcement. But the claim that I didn't respond to it is technically true because it was 3 a.m. in my time zone. By the time I woke up, the individual was banned. Blair and her team had already gone in full swing to accuse anyone of being a pedo. A half-asleep mod not responding to a ban fast enough equals pedo defender? People who try to de-escalate equals pedo allies? You get the gist. This was escalated to her trying to replace my whole team with her own. Also worth mentioning, the admin that was removed for explicit content isn't consistent with the timeline. This person was actually removed by me personally when this was brought to light. It also happened months, I think, before all the rest. Also, Click using vile language up until 2020. This is him talking about the retard word. I don't even care about all of that. So he completely destroys her. Not only were her points bad and evil, they were just lies. Complete lies. Fucking up the timeline, fucking up his intent. I mean, honestly, and I'm being dead serious right now, she should be sued into the ground for this segment. That was bad. That was really fucking bad, bro. She should be in fucking poverty from saying that. What a dishonest fuck. So next up, we have Wonderstruck. Let's see how she responds to this. Art Chick Rosie with the tier 1. It's like she expects him to be in Discord 24/7. The most the Click can do is ban the pedo and unmod the mods who did nothing. And yeah, according to him, that's exactly what happened. So what's the problem? She should be sued, dude.
Wonderstruck. His actions are some of the most confusing I've had to deal with.
She needs to be sued, but where is Click's evidence? I mean, to be fair, it is just his testimony, sure. He's coming out with a video, and I assume he'll show it in his video, and I'll be curious to see that. But, I mean, yeah, sure. It is his testimony versus hers. The problem is she's such a fucking lying cunt, and she has a history of lying for so long. Again, she said r/swatted her. So it's like, forgive me if I'm not inclined to if I'm inclined to believe him far more than I'm inclined to believe her. I mean, that segment was just dishonest from top to bottom. I have no reason to believe that he's lying, but we'll see. I don't know. That's just my thoughts, though.
To address his concerns, though, a lot of it is fairly tricky since he hinges his accusations on anecdotal commentary. In responding to his baseless claims, I will provide evidence as necessary, as well as point out when things I mention are anecdotal, so I completely understand if you choose to dismiss my anecdotal commentary as it arises. His thread on Twitter makes many claims about who I am as a person and how I've treated him. I hope to come at this with a level head and a very thorough explanation of events. With that being said, let's start with Wonder's accusation of wage theft. That's a big one, and it's important. I talk often about how paying your people is important, so I know how ironic it must look to have that accusation thrown back at me. To begin, let me explain Wonder's employment history with me. During Sad Milk, all of us were contractors to that channel. We were paid as contractors so we could handle taxes in our respective countries on our own, as not all members were American citizens. As many of you are aware, video editing is largely considered gig work, and in the industry, most folks are contractors and work on a variety of projects for different clients at the same time. During December 2020, like all of the members of Sad Milk, Wonder was considered a contractor. On December 24th, 2020, at 5:39 a.m., I received a message from Wonder letting me know that he took a shot at reworking a video that had already been edited by a different contractor. I want to clarify. I did not ask him to do this. This was something he did of his own accord. I responded to him, letting him know that his edits would go live at 1 p.m. on December 24th, 2020. I don't want to claim to know what goes on in Wonder's personal life, but claiming that he missed Christmas with his brother and father, I just don't know how that's possible when the video was finalized early morning on Christmas Eve. And Wonder, I do want to thank you again, as I previously had verbally done so for editing that video. It was great to have a video go live the day before Christmas. As for his claim that he didn't get paid for his work for more than half a month, I would like to let everyone know that Sad Milk's payroll was on a bi-weekly schedule. That simply means
I'm already getting flagged on Twitter. Whoa! Yo! Okay, we're getting flagged, boys. So my stream, I know you guys know that I restream all of my content over to Twitter as well, just because I feel like it's like easy. If you see that I'm live on Twitter, you can hop over to YouTube, right? Well, Twitter has now reported my tweet as sensitive content because it's titled "Whore Exposed." Now, I mean, I'm not banned or anything like that. It just means that there's like a warning label on the fucking tweet. Unless that means I'm shadow banned. We'll see. Okay, no, it doesn't appear that I'm shadow banned. Am I search banned? All right, we're good. Okay, I just want to make sure it wasn't like my other account. If you click on Red Fox Comms, this account is totally toasted. It displays like this warning symbol on it. But, yeah, okay. Well, I am getting flagged, though. That is fucking crazy. Not sure who would have done that. I mean, it literally could have been anyone. It could have been somebody not even associated with this fucking drama. But, yeah. I don't know, man. It's just fucking wild. All right, what am I listening to here?
Every 2 weeks, which is essentially half of a month. This is something that I have continued within my own channel to this day. Both salaried and contracted employees are paid every 2 weeks, and to further add to that, most companies, at least in the US, pay on a bi-weekly schedule, so this is not anything unusual or uncommon. To continue the discussion of his employment with me, I will have to give some much needed context. For this section, I will be providing screenshots where applicable, but some of this is anecdotal, as much of our conversations were either over voice calls or in person. Further corroboration of the anecdotal evidence will be provided in the Google Drive. Wonder and I were still friends throughout the end of Sad Milk in 2020, as well as into 2021. During this time, he would often—
Dude, she is so monotone, bro. She just, like, come on now.
Tell both Oz Media and myself how living in Austin, Texas was a nightmare for him. He would often complain about his roommates—
That's true. Austin is my nightmare city.
being terrible people, his friends being mostly terrible people and unmotivated to do well in life, and how his car was always breaking down and how his channel was not going in the direction he wanted. And then he talked about that last bit of family that he had moving away, and he was essentially alone. I won't speak on behalf of Oz, but I know I was moved by Wonder's stories. Without going into personal details, I was pretty horrified by what he had explained happened in his past. I was saddened by how he constantly talked about how bad his life was and how—
Yo, why is she like just airing out all of his dirty laundry right now? I mean, is it warranted? What did he really say anything about her that warranted? Like, she's basically saying in the video, like, yeah, you know, he was a bum in Austin. His channel was dead. You know, his piece of shit car kept breaking down. You know, he had no friends. They're all fucking losers, and he was a loser too. It's like, do you really need to like fucking talk about this in this way? It seems like a subtle dig, if anything. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but like, okay.
Or he felt like a failure. He said he felt alone, depressed, and uncertain of the future. And at that point, I knew I wanted to help him in whatever way I could. At the end—
Not anymore, though.
of 2020, I paid for his tickets to visit Oz and me in Colorado. During this trip, we discussed the possibility of Wonder moving out to Colorado due to his discontent with his life in Texas. Oz Media and I had just moved into his newly purchased home in April 2021, and he decided to welcome Wonder into his house. Unless Oz Media was doing so without my understanding, Wonder was not charged any rent, utilities, or internet for sharing our living space. Later in May 2021, we welcomed Wonder into the house. Oz even personally drove down to Texas to get Wonder and his dog, James. I want to explain my perspective a little bit here. At this point, I was finally starting to feel comfortable with my channel, and I felt that I was in a good position to be able to help somebody out and truly change the lives of one of my close friends. I was in what I felt was a privileged position, and I wanted to share that with someone I cared about and wanted to see succeed. With that in mind, I decided
Just the non-stop, like, I was doing really good. I was in a privileged position. I wanted to help people. I had everyone's best intentions in mind. Get on with it.
hire Wonder to do some editing work for my channel. And now we can get back to the continuation of discussing Wonder's employment. Wonder was hired on June 7th, 2021 and was salaried at $50,000 a year. To be frank, I just really wanted him to have an easier job so that he could focus on his personal channel, as he had told me numerous times that was his ultimate goal. His only task was to edit short clips from any live streams that I did so that I could post them onto my secondary channel, Iilluminaughtii. In addition to his salary, he received all benefits that I have for all of my salaried employees, which include a 401k, full health insurance, and an internal benefit I created for my team called an LSA.
I forgot to mention, but I also have a volunteer reimbursement program where if any employee volunteers in their company, I will reimburse them at the rate of $25 an hour up to $1,000 per year for doing so.
The LSA stands for a lifestyle spending account, and it's essentially more money to put on the table if you as an employee want it. It allows you to submit receipts for things that you've purchased, and I've seen things like groceries, pet supplies, books, new tires for cars, massages, mortgage payments, and so much more. And essentially, I'll reimburse those into more income. During his employment, he never took advantage of any of the benefits that were made available to him. The content for Wonder to edit was dependent on me being able to live stream. During this time, I unfortunately only had 2 streams for him to work on, which Wonder would have been able to produce about 4 videos from. Wonder did not meet the deadlines for either stream. Despite this, I kept him on payroll, I continued his pay, even though no work had ever been completed. Although there was only a minuscule amount of work for
I wonder if that's true.
to do, he still managed to act up within company spaces. He made inappropriate comments on forums that were visible to other employees, he didn't complete tasks that were assigned to him, and he failed to follow company protocol. I have a strict policy regarding formal disciplines, and within his short time of working with me,
Company protocol.
he had already met the criteria
We're talking about YouTube channel and we're talking about company protocol and stuff like that. Like,
for termination.
okay. All right. Well, what happened there? So I didn't really understand that because I don't know Wonderstruck. Let's see if he has a thread talking about anything. Let's see. I'm aware Blair has made a video concerning all of what happened. I haven't watched it yet. We were all expecting her to either spin a response or bury it, which is her MO, has been for years. This many people don't consecutively come forward about your behavior. As weak and small as I feel, I don't know why it's funny to me. As weak and small as I feel, having this video come out from such a large creator, as much as I want to vomit and hide away, I won't. I'm still not afraid. I won't disrespect myself like that. Working on a response, brain is reasonably fried. Okay, so what did he say originally? A sad milk thread. I'm aware of the bridges I burned, and I remain where I am. After Sad Milk split, it was a constant negative echo chamber that I took part in. Regardless, I used to edit for Sad Milk. Blair made no effort to take direction. She made everything about herself. Sad Milk at the time was the nearest thing to family that I had, which sounds pathetic, but the content creator space is a very isolating one. The amount of hours I would spend online... Dude, bro, if you're a fucking streamer, you gotta have some fucking friends, dude. I'm just gonna be honest with you. If you're a YouTuber or a streamer, bro, you gotta have friends. You gotta be surrounded with your fucking family or something. Otherwise, you will go fucking crazy. Anyway. Also, by the way, if you're gonna be in Texas, don't go to Austin. Everyone goes to Austin because they're like, oh, well, that's where all the media people are. Don't get me wrong. The one thing that's cool about Austin is there is a lot of connections out there. And I found this out the last 2 times I went to Austin. I was like blown away by how many fucking cool, crazy people with like crazy connections there are. It was like nuts to me. Austin itself, though, horrible fucking place. All right, go to Dallas. Literally, Dallas is like the... You can go to like Houston, cringe. You can go to Austin. I mean, San Antonio might be cool, you know, maybe. It's a little bit close to the border, though. I don't know. You really just got to go to Dallas, honestly, if you're going to live in Texas. If you want to enjoy the benefits of Texas, there's really no better city than Dallas. You know, it's the most Texas city, big city, the major city. El Paso, I mean, the water's always fucking poisoned over there, so I don't know. You're encouraging people to stalk you? Fuck no. There's like 10 million people here. That's the other thing about Austin. You can live anywhere. Or sorry, not Austin, Dallas. You can live anywhere. And you can still be like an hour or 2 away from somebody else on like the other side of the fucking Metroplex. Really DFW, like Fort Worth, Dallas, Denton. I mean, really just all of it is, yeah. Dallas is a Democratic-run hellhole. Yeah, but like what? I'm talking about major cities. I mean, if you don't want to live in a major city, that's one thing, right? But all cities are Democratic, crime-ridden hellholes. I mean, that's just that's just called living in an American city in 2023. The country fucking sucks, all right? But it doesn't suck enough for me to leave, okay? That's all I'm saying. Anyway, we're majorly off topic. I just have to point that out there. Everyone makes the mistake of going to Austin, and it's like, unless you're willing to schmooze with like all the people that you need to, don't go there. It's a hellish place. Emily Gibson with the $50. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. W Emily Gibson in the chat. And W everyone that supported the stream. This has been a very well supported stream so far. I appreciate that. Go to Tyler. Yeah, it might be a good place. Yeah, or Prosper. Prosper, Texas. That's a place to go to check out if you want a smaller city up north. Anyway. All right. Let's see here. Okay. So the amount of hours I've spent online making drafts, editing tutorials for new hires, staying up trying to get some editing in if editors were shorthanded. I miss Christmas with my brother and father fixing the mistake of the editor she hired and didn't even get a thank you, and it took me more than half a month to even get paid. Meanwhile, she delays payments to editors so she can purchase expensive clothes, visit BMW dealerships, and spend hundreds on food in a day. No, she's fat. No. What? Ayo, what the? Hundreds on food in a day? Hello? What do we got going on here? Dude, this stream is so gonna get banned. Bro. Oh my god. Pierre with the 5. He did breach a contract with the car, though. I mean, it seems like to me what we got going on here is a he said, she said situation. How do you spend hundreds on food? That's what I want to know. What, is she going out getting, like, expensive sushi rolls every day? Like, what is... How do you do that? What? Anyway. While I do hold my beliefs towards certain matters, every month or so, there was a new villain of the week. Me and Nick. And they would be... okay, that's... I'm self-inserting a lot. It probably was not... I doubt... Listen, if we're being serious, I highly doubt Illuminaughtii ever thinks about me or Nick, especially nowadays. I'm sure she did in 2019, but if we're still in her mind nowadays, that would just be really fucking sad. I'm just saying. Yeah, look at this guy. Augie, you aren't that important. Yeah, good one, buddy. We know, punish Waluigi. You don't sit there and be like, no, she's not. All right, buddy. Smart ass. Anyway, okay, what do we got here? And they would 1 second be a normal person in our lives, and the next second, suddenly a hidden monster, though, you guessed it, Blair's mouth. Leia something 10. She spends hundreds on fast food and yet wonders why her poop is so huge. Thank you, Leia something, for that stunning hypocrisy revelation there. That is true. You're going to spend hundreds of dollars on food and then wonder why you're filling the toilet with just loads of shit? Somebody needs really bringing out the... You know, the one thing I will say about the stream tonight is we're really bringing out the high IQ arguments. I mean, she can't fucking respond to this. If Blair had to make a whole fucking video responding to this stream, it would be impossible. Where would she even start? All right, what else did she say? To say sad milk split on creative differences is a joke. It's a flat-out lie. Again, I'm aware of the bridges burned, but I can confirm that call took place where she screamed, cursed, and had a meltdown towards not the click and one object at a time. It was a train wreck. Illuminaughtii. Good one. Good one, Weisenberg. Thank you for the 5. It was just supposed to be a fun group project, and we had become profitable. Even to a small extent, Blair wanted a creative lead, and we went from doing fun creative topics more in line with the Reddit we would all cover on our own channels to doing unenthusiastic view content. Blair took control and would listen to how the videos should be made, and so we got hyper loud music with childlike sprites paired with adult humor, which just made being a part of Sad Milk humiliating. Well, I have to agree, dude. Working with her does sound humiliating. My friends and I would watch Sad Milk and laugh, not at the content, but at how awful it became. Not due to anyone not being entertaining, but the lack of quality control. It is an editorial nightmare. It's why, in part, I stopped editing, because my really well-made content got roped into that by proxy. Blair did not care. It was hers, and anyone who dared to try and take the reins was a threat. After Click, OT, and Salty left, I did almost all the heavy lifting, which is a thankless job for being small on the internet. I tried making us schedules. I motivated Blair during another mental breakdown of hers to not delete the channel or the Discord, since I actively read through the comments on both, and we had people who we mattered to. After months of behind-the-scenes insults towards Click and OT, it became so stale and negative. Yeah, we all took part, but after it was going on so long, it just became day after day. Blair would sit and check Click and OT's social blade. She would make fake accounts to stalk them, not just them. Excuse me. You know, I'm gonna get some water real quick. Hold on. This is crazy. She's making fake accounts to stalk people. I need to get some water. I've been talking for 2 hours straight. Give me 1 second. I will be back in like 1 minute, all right? Give me 1 second, all right? We'll be back, right back. Let's go. We're back. All right, let's get back into it, all right? Hopefully none of you guys left. Let's see here. Oh, you guys wanted the song? It's called This. All right, let's get back into it. Okay. After months of behind-the-scenes insults toward Click and OT, it became so stale and negative. Yeah, we all took part, but after it going on so long, it just became a day after day. Blair would sit and check Click and OT's social blade. She would make fake accounts to stalk them. Not just them, but a large portion of the commentary community. Whoa, okay, wait a minute, hold on now. Fuck you, Punish Waluigi, for saying, oh, you guys aren't important. We are, motherfucker. Yo, what the fuck? So that does confirm it. See, I was actually willing to think that there's no way we're still on our mind, even now. Why would we, right? Nope, we are. We fucking are. What the fuck? All right, which one of you guys is Illuminati? That's what I want to know. Is it Punish Waluigi? Is this like the doppelganger? Which one of you guys in the chat right now? Is it Comment Cop? Dude, what a fucking report right here, dude. Holy shit. No way, bro. It's Chad King. So she would stalk a large portion of the commentary community. I personally seen her try to get her lawyer to shut down anyone who says anything against her, and they ruined her day by saying, yeah, we can't really do that. It's insane. So Illuminati wanted to sue me, Nick, probably Tipster, because Tipster did have a giant video going over her like a while ago. She wanted to sue people. The lawyers were like, you don't have a case for shit. All right. Ironically enough, though, and I have to say this again, who was that guy? The fucking Click? Click, if you're watching this, sue the fuck out of Illuminati. Make her poor. She deserves it. I mean, she literally called you a pedophile enabler and said that you have a community that fosters pedophiles. That is lawsuit worthy. I'm not even joking. She should be sued. You can't just say that. You can't just get away with that. It's insane. Innocent people don't work so hard to try and silence others. We would get no work done. I can't count how many times I pleaded and set up meetings for us to do something and nobody cared. I thought I had a friend who was hurting. Then I saw I had moved to villain. And like everyone else, I got shut out, trash talked, and the people I had made efforts to be friends with wouldn't even acknowledge my existence. For me, though I had already moved states under good faith, I was bettering my life. In 30 days of living with Blair, it was a nightmare. I felt like I was trapped in her home always. She makes everyone her enemy. She called Wonder checking in to see if I'm okay an invasion of privacy. I sent her numerous messages trying to show I wanted to be her friend. She lives like an actual monster! Her home is a mess, like Hoarder's bad. Constant subtweets about me on Twitter and ignoring me, and if I dare say anything back, her Discord manager would happily remind me of my contract. This is disgusting. And here we see her filthy fucking bedroom. Ugh, look at this shit. This is how she lives. And again, I showed you guys the picture that fucking Mango tweeted out. You know, she lives like a fucking animal. Again, she should be on the fucking Hoarders. Holy shit, man. I mean, this is just nasty. And to have like an ex-employee of hers saying that she is like an actual monster is fucking crazy. Because again, I will remind you guys, even though I shouldn't be fair to her, I will, because I'm not a total piece of shit. It is he said versus she said in the case of Wonderstruck, because she denied all of this in her. We watched her response. We're reading his response, right? He's going to come out with a video talking about it. But as of right now, technically, this is all just testimony. There's no evidence of this. I mean, there's evidence of her shitty fucking house, I guess. But other than that, that's been the only claim that's been substantiated. So, you know, we'll say that. But again, she's a fucking liar. She's a fucking... she's a chronic liar. I have literally zero reason to take anything she says with a grain of, with any amount of seriousness. Whereas with these guys that are accusing her, I can look at these guys and be like, look, you're making accusations against her of all kinds of mistreatment. I don't know if it's true or not, but I have no reason to disbelieve you. With Illuminaughtii, I have like 1,000 reasons to disbelieve her. With these guys, I really don't. It's also because I don't know them. So, you know, I'll be upfront with my biases and shit like that. But, I mean, I believe it. I'm sorry. I do. And also, her video so far has been dog shit. It really has. All right. Shit. That was not a voice crack. Sorry. All right, let's get back into this, all right? Let's see here. I think I'm coming down to something. Why is my voice cracking? Okay, let's get back into it. So I watched it die since my main concern now is just food on my table. All because I made friends with one of the most vile people on the platform. Oh, wait, did we finish? No, okay, sorry. We skipped ahead. So my therapist, who she accuses me of stealing because she recommended, suggested I leave that house at all costs, and I did. So even her own therapist has backstabbed her. Holy shit. And the details I can't get into further due to legalities, but I ended up with no car, hardly any clothes, and money to my name, and no home. Now working full-time again, I had no time for my channel. I had cried, bled, and worked through hell to get up. So I watch it die, since my main concern now was just food on my table. all because I made friends with one of the most vile people on the platform. Nobody wanted to talk with me, and I was too afraid to go fully public as I didn't know the reach this massive creator had. I had everything IRL and online taken from me. She personally threw my YouTube play button in the trash. If that isn't symbolic, man, I don't know what is. Holy shit. Wow. Peer through 2 says defamation is the case. Sue her, cancel her. Fuck you, I am rolling up smoke through 5 says good day, mate. Want to say this for a friend. This one is for you, you Luden. She's getting what she deserves. Sorry, you got harassed off of the internet. Okay, I don't know what that means, but thank you. Yeah, what a fucking crazy person. I mean, okay, let me pull the chat, and I have a feeling I know what you guys are going to say, but 1, if you believe this, 2, if not. 1, if you're like, yeah, this happened. 2, if you're like, this editor's kind of embellishing a lot. There's no way this really happened. Yikes. Yeah. All right, you guys heard it here first. The RFC chat has declared Illuminaughtii guilty. Holy shit. Let's see else what we got here. Somebody says get Leafy on soon. All right, let's see what else we got here. Blair, you can't hide it anymore. Sooner or later, you were going to push everyone who cared about you away, and you'd realize the world isn't out to get you. But you made your fears a reality all on your own. I'm not afraid of you. You don't get that from anyone, from me anymore. Never again. I apologize for how long this thread is. I understand the place probably isn't the best to do it, but I'm so sick of knowing all this information and never being able to say anything. Have a good day. Be well, everyone. Wonder. So, there we go there. Now she's about to talk about legalities, where she's going to announce that she's suing me and Nick.
Now, let's move on to the legalities that Wonder brought up in regards to how he claims that he ended up with no car, barely any clothing, no money, and no home, which leads me to one of the stupidest mistakes of my life. After repeatedly hearing Wonder say how desperately he needed a car, and after believing what he said about how miserable he was, I decided to try and help my friend in a way that I now realize was pretty idiotic.
Hey, hit that sub button.
This decision with regret and embarrassment. This part will get a little nitty-gritty with the details, but I believe I need to fully flesh out all of the information to give you the full picture. After many in-depth discussions with Wonder, I made the decision to purchase a vehicle that he had already agreed to enter into a rent-to-own contract with said vehicle. On June 12, 2021, Ozmedia and I collectively decided to take out a loan together in the amount of $42,359.69. Additionally, I brought $28,346.79 in cash as a deposit. Wonder did not contribute to the deposit on the car. With this rent-to-own contract, I agreed to only charge Wonder the cost of the loan and not the full value of the car itself, meaning within a 24-month period, he would have only paid $14,120.12 for a car that, when purchased, went for a grand total of $61,386.23. And let me be clear here, aside from him accepting my job offer, this was the only legal documentation between the two of us. I will have all of the stipulations of our rent-to-own agreement on the screen now, but just know that the most important thing was that after 2 years of consecutive car payments and following all of the stipulations, the vehicle title would be transferred over to...
Yeah, who buys a $42K car? So she bought well, it wasn't $42K. She said $61,000 car. You're buying a $61,000 car for your buddy that you feel bad for? Again, I'm overly negative. I acknowledge that. I just don't fucking believe that. Why would you... I don't believe that you would buy a $60,000 car for just that purpose. I mean, maybe she's fucking loaded and it just doesn't matter to her. I don't know. It's hard for me to imagine that she is loaded, given that she has to pay 30,000 fucking employees, basically, right? Like, how much money is this channel generating? Let's get an idea of how much money she's making. How about that? On her channel, at least. I don't know about Sad Milk, but on her main channel, Social Blade, people say Social Blade isn't accurate. In my experience, it actually is relatively accurate. So she's making about, what, 20 grand a month? On average, maybe 30 grand. 30 grand a month. And paying like 30 different fucking employees and shit, you know, all of her editors, her script writers, her researchers, her fellow content creators on Sad Milk. I guess she doesn't have to pay for them anymore because the channel died, but she used to have to pay for them. But she's also just dropping 61K on I don't know.
With the amount that we put into the car, as well as payments on the car that I continued to make monthly, he would own the car outright with no lingering auto debt after that 24-month period. In a DM with me, Wonder later told me that if he hadn't accepted my job offer and my rent-to-own agreement, that he would still have an apartment, a car, and close to 10K in his bank account. I'd like to reiterate that unless Oz was charging rent without my knowledge, Wonder was living rent-free while earning $1,923.08 every other week, and would have to pay only $588.34 once a month. I don't claim to know the ins and outs of his finances whatsoever, and I very much was not involved with what he was doing with his bank accounts, but I fail to see how I could possibly cost him $10,000. In reality, the agreement I made with Wonder would have me lose $47,266.11. And again, looking back at this, I feel extremely foolish for ever even agreeing to such an arrangement.
Okay, so between her and Wonder, it's literally just he said, she said. Now, something I'm confused about in her explanation is she's like, how could this guy be fucking homeless or whatever, right? I bought him a fucking car. What happened when he quit, though? Because that's what he's saying, right? In his fucking video, where was it? Oh, fuck, where was it? Let's see. Okay, and the details I can't get further into due to legalities. I ended up with no car, hardly any clothes, and money to my name, and no home. Was that after he left? I'm confused here. I'm gonna have to wait for his video to come out, to be honest there. She's probably making like $50K a month for what I've experienced. Well, that is a lot of money. To be fair, here's the one thing I will say. YouTubers do make a fucking assload of money. I mean, Turkey Tom has like editors and shit, and he's able to pay them a pretty penny. They're also doing a lot of work for him, though. Like, they're earning that shit. So, you know, Tom has a team. Her channel was like 3 times bigger than Tom. So maybe, I don't know. I am armchair speculating about her fucking finances, but so what? I don't really fucking care. I am allowed to speculate on anything that I want. I'm not saying that I'm for sure like, oh, well, there's no way she did this. Yeah, that's just my opinion. I mean, maybe she did. I don't fucking know. Atlanta's Pub, thank you for the gifted sub. Let's see here. I knew this was a bad deal for me. This wasn't about making money off of Wonder or whatever he might try to claim. This was to try and help a friend get back on their feet. And again, this is why I don't believe her. This is why I don't fucking believe her. Okay? Because every point she makes, she is constantly the good person in any situation. 30 minutes. Has she made a single point where she's not the good guy? I don't believe you can be that good of a person this consistently when everybody around in your life is accusing you of being a horrible person. I just don't believe that. If everybody around you is like, you're a giant fucking asshole, and in your response, you're like, well, actually, I was a saint to everyone. Like, she's not admitting to fucking anything. The only thing she admitted to is like, yes, I did yell in that call in our meeting that we had. However, I was justified. Augie, quit BSing and get RFC Media Worldwide off the ground. You're fucking actually right. You're honestly actually correct. At this point in my career, I really should have employees. I should have editors. I should have fucking stream producers. I really should. That sounds crazy to have. I've always been a one-man, do-it-myself show type of thing. Like, this channel is... I've only run this channel by myself. And that's probably why it's been so fucking stagnant and just fucking discombobulated and inconsistent, all right? Because I am running a one-man show, and I'm a little bit nuts. But I really have no excuse, right, guys? I mean, honestly, we should have fucking slaves at this point.
There were 2 outstanding instances that voided our agreement and constituted the repossession of my vehicle. The first was the proof of insurance that Wonder never provided. Insurance that is something federally required of any vehicle on the road in the United States. The second infraction on our agreement occurred when Wonderstruck left the state of Colorado to go back to Austin, Texas. You can clearly see these stipulations in the document on the screen right now.
Yo, why is she like whispering? I don't like this. It's like some ASMR. Clearing my name of the allegations ASMR. Would apply to the production, but I'm currently aiming to overtake the RFC Nation. Understandable. See, my biggest fear of having employees is that they're all going to fucking turn on me and expose me. You know what I mean? It's like paranoia. It's like, ugh.
Due to multiple
What if
defaults...
they're going to find out how I really run things?
by Wonder in our contract, I felt that I had no choice but to repossess the vehicle, which was my property because I am the one who owned it.
So she did repossess the vehicle. So why are you confused that he's now broke and homeless and poor and have no car? If you just now said that you repossessed the vehicle, am I crazy? Am I insane? Am I dumb as fuck? What? So you did repossess the vehicle. Did I hear that wrong?
To go back to Austin, Texas. You can clearly see these stipulations in the document on the screen right now. Due to multiple defaults by Wonder in our contract, I felt that I had no choice but to repossess the vehicle, which was my property because I am the one who owned it. When I landed in Austin, Texas, I called the non-emergency Austin PD 311 number to explain the situation to them. I told them that I had all of my title documents on me, I had the extra key, I had my insurance cards for the vehicle, and I asked them how I should proceed. They told me they were unconcerned as I was well within my legal right to collect my own property. They furthermore offered me a police escort for the repossession if I wasn't able to collect the car on my own. So on July 29th, 2021, I was able to get a hold of my vehicle and I took back my property. I would like to take a moment to bring up the condition.
My property. I thought you were looking out for a friend, trying to get their feet off the ground. But now you're going to take back your property. So it was a business transaction. It was a business expense. This was your car. That's what I was saying before. Why would you drop $61,000 on a fucking car for your buddy just on a whim if you also weren't personally invested into owning and using this car for yourself?
Of the vehicle upon its repossession. Within 1 month of using the vehicle, the car was visibly soiled. Trash was littered in the car. It contained dirty...
Oh, yeah. We wouldn't want to have a dirty fucking car. Am I right? Definitely wouldn't want to have that. Am I right, guys?
Clothing, which
is that dirty, by the way? The seats look fine. There's 2 drinks on the floor. Is this dirty? That's not dirty. Dude, when I am hanging out with my buddies, I'll have like 4 or 5 guys in my car. The next day, when I get up and I go over to my car, there'll be like a drink or like a bag of chips, like not chips like spilled out, but just like a wrapped up bag of chips on the ground. That's what I'm looking at here. I don't think like, wow, fuck my friends, they trashed my car. It's like there's like 2 pieces of like garbage. I can just take it out, throw it away. Done. Is that trashing your car? That's not trashed.
I think 2
They're
pairs
cleaner than her fucking bedroom.
dirty boxers and like maybe
They're cleaner. Yeah.
3 mismatched socks. There was also a huge crack that went across most
Whoa,
of the windshield.
whoa, hold on. We need to hear that again.
Within 1 month of using the vehicle, the car was visibly soiled. Trash was littered in the car. It contained dirty clothing, which consisted of like I think 2 pairs of dirty boxers and like maybe 3 mismatched socks. There was also
dirty boxers. He just like fucking came in his shorts and just left them in there. Visibly soiled. What? And 3 mismatched socks. Honestly, Chad, you know, if he really did do that, if he just busted a fucking load in his boxers and just left them there, fucking king. W.
a huge crack that went across most of the windshield, and for some reason, the glove box compartment in the front passenger seat was somehow broken. The state of the vehicle was shocking, to be honest, but at this point...
Wait. The door was broken?
Box compartment in the front passenger seat was somehow broken. The state of the vehicle was shocking, to be honest, but at this point, I was just happy to have my car back and know that it couldn't be damaged any further. And Oz, I want to thank you again for helping me throughout this entire situation. You knew better than anyone how much this situation affected the both of us, and I can't express how much your support meant and continues to mean to me. I know he yelled and screamed extensively at both of us. You didn't deserve that, and I didn't either, but I'm still sorry that this hurt you too.
Wonder's mental health. Which one is Wonder again? Okay, this guy. So the guy we just read about. The guy that did this whole expose thread that was beautiful, okay? The guy who Illuminaughtii threw his play button into the garbage. Let's talk about his mental health. This part is bad? Oh, really? I was expecting this to be a fucking banger segment. Let's go.
I just want to give a quick trigger warning.
Why did Blair buy someone a car they couldn't pay off? This is like Walter White buying... Yeah, exactly. What's the fucking... Well, she's claiming that, oh, well, he only had to pay like a... You know, he only had to pay like $14,000, you know, in the span of like a year or something, right? He had to pay like $500 a month. That would be what her argument is. Whether that happened, we'll see.
Here for the mention of suicide and suicidal intention. After the car was back in my possession on the 29th of July, Oz and
All right, Chad, if you're fucking suicidal, quit watching the stream, of course.
I received numerous messages from Wonder, which will be available in the Google Drive. What I specifically would like to highlight is that he insinuates that he had intention to and was taking action to arm himself to end his life. In a message directly with me, he explicitly told me that, quote, I was legit trying to get into my dad's gun cabinet to fucking kill myself. Either way, out of concern, I called the Austin Police Department non-emergency...
So she's just outing his suicide? Is there any reason to do this?
...to ask for a wellness check. And when I explained to the operator what was the situation at hand, they immediately transferred me to the 911 dispatcher. I then read the messages to them, and I gave the 911 operator the last known place of his residence in Texas, which was his dad's house, to perform a wellness check. The operator then told me not to arrange anything unless the police force is present. In his messages, Wonder states that he received a call from his therapist, which
I'm sorry, is this a public story she's talking about? Or is this like the crazy thing that she knew about? Remember when Illuminaughtii earlier in the video was like, Wonder told me something horrifying about his life that made me have so much empathy for him. Is this what she's talking about? Why would she leak this?
him out of his intended plan. And let's take a moment to discuss the therapist. During his time in Colorado, he expressed that he wanted to seek therapy, and I think that's a fantastic decision. To help him with this process, I messaged my old therapist, who I did a lot of EMDR therapy with and helped me immensely. On screen is me reaching out to her to see if she was accepting any new clients. Confidential details are going to be censored in order to keep Wonder's privacy and integrity. Looking back, I probably shouldn't have recommended a therapist who was so life-changing for me to somebody else. Therapy is a continual journey. You can come in and out as needed. And unfortunately, after I recommended Wonder to this therapist, there began a conflict of interest, and I could no longer in good conscience see her for her services. Wonder, I am so incredibly sorry that I unintentionally created a conflict of interest between the two of us in regards to this therapist. I did not mean to make that an issue between us at all.
That's the segment? What was the point of saying that? Literally, what was the point of dropping that? I'm so lost. Am I missing something here? What the fuck was the point of bringing that up? She just leaked a highly personal, traumatic life experience to talk about how he stole her therapist from her. And wasn't that one of his claims in the thread, was that, oh, she claimed that I stole her therapist even though she recommended it to me. So you're just confirming what he's saying is true, which makes me believe even more of what he's saying. So not only did she just leak a highly personal, traumatic experience of his life, but she just inadvertently confirmed him to be a legitimate source. Wow. Okay. That was a, interesting segment there. Probably wouldn't have included that one. But okay. Go off, Queen. Let's talk about his dog now. Why not? Why not just add to it? Fuck it.
When Wonder arrived in Colorado, to say he packed lightly would be a bit of an understatement. He arrived with barely any clothing, no food for his dog, not even a collar for his dog, just a bandana. As Wonder mentions on Twitter, that short amount of time we lived together was absolutely a nightmare. The tension began with our dogs and his unwillingness to help ease the situation between our pets. I did everything I thought of at the time to introduce James and Casper in a way that facilitated a good relationship between the dogs. They met on neutral ground at a dog park and only had supervised play at the house. Wonder did not want to facilitate the dog play, so this really only happened under mine and Oz's supervision. And when both myself and Oz would leave the house and Wonder would stay home, he has multiple times locked Casper away in an empty room while James got free roam over the entire house. I don't want to claim that I'm any sort of dog specialist, but I do know that James was the new dog in this house that Casper had already been living in. And dogs are territorial by nature, that this was Casper's house and now suddenly he was being locked away. Additionally, James had multiple accidents at home.
Okay, he got a new, am I retarded? He got a new dog. So he put the dog in one room and let the other dog roam the house. Isn't that normal? Wait, what? Am I fucking crazy? If the dog, you don't. Okay, what is the point of this set? Why are we even arguing this? This is just such a non-point. Is she trying to subtly imply that he was abusive to the dog?
And Wonder would not clean them. It was Oz who ended up taking on that responsibility. During Wonder's stay in Colorado, his actions and inactions regarding the care of his dog James were a main cause of tension in the house. Not only did it seem like James was receiving inadequate care due to the lack of identification with a collar, lack of food, lack of toys, and more, but Wonder was unwilling to do his part as a pet owner to keep the peace between the dogs too. Wonder's lack of responsibility led to multiple incidents in addition to what I've previously mentioned. Firstly, James bit Casper, and bit his ear so hard that Casper bled. At this point, I took Casper to live with my sister, as I no longer felt comfortable having Casper alone in the house with Wonder and James.
Now the dogs are in drama. Now the dogs are beefing. All right, this is getting real.
I reached out to my good friend who's also a dog trainer to see if he could help me with the situation. The second incident occurred on June 24th, 2021. On the night of the 23rd, Oz and Wonder went out together. I was exhausted, and so before they both left...
All right, but okay, realistically speaking, all right? People are going to hate me for this point. Okay, but realistically speaking, though, if Wonder's dog bit Blair's dog... Does that not just explain how much of a bitch Blair is? If even the dog knows that the bitch's dog is like fucking crazy. If Wonder's dog bit her dog, that just confirms to me Blair is a horrible person. All right.
left, I let them know that I was going to bed, which is exactly what I did. I was woken up
He
at
knew.
2:30 in the morning
The dog
by Oz
knew.
because Wonder was panicking because James was gone. Wonder admitted that he took James outside to go potty, then having forgotten he had done so, he left James outside while Wonder left the house with Oz. That means that he left his own dog outside unsupervised for hours on end in the middle of the night. If I was aware that James was outside unsupervised, I would have done everything to ensure his safety and brought him back inside. There was unfortunately nothing I could do as I was already downstairs in my room sleeping by the time this was all unfolding. When I was woken up by Oz, I got on the Nextdoor app and I immediately made a post to try and locate James. Got a response around 10 a.m. the next day with a call from someone who had thankfully located James. The only evidence I have of this series of events is photos of James that Wonder sent to me at 3:05 in the morning on June 24th because I needed some photos to post on Nextdoor. As for the photo that Wonder posted claiming that I live in a hoarder home, I want to
I'm
clarify.
sorry, Chad. Am I on fucking drugs right now? Like, why are we talking about this? Why is this even a point? So her point is that Wonder's like didn't train his dog properly and his dog bit her dog. Who fucking knows about the details of any of this? We're YouTube viewers. I'm a fucking retard viewer watching this. I don't fucking know. Was he really abusive? Did he really not train his dog well? I don't know. Why is this being discussed openly in the public? Weisenberg with the 10 says the dogs are just here for more sympathy baiting for Blair. I mean, yeah.
Clarify that, as previously stated, Oz and I had only started moving into the home around mid-April 2021. I still had my room from a shared lease with multiple roommates until June 1st. During Wonder's stay, I was still in the process of moving in and unpacking. Furthermore, the photo he shows is a photo of a room that wasn't lived in by anyone in the house, and it was being used as a temporary storage and unpacking site while everyone was moving in. To further exemplify this, I would like to show you some photos I have of Casper in my room from that same time. And I would like to highlight a couple things, which I feel this is very nitpicky, but because this was brought up in such a manner, I feel that this is kind of the way to dispel this. And again, normally I wouldn't point out small things like this, but I really feel as I need to. Go ahead and look at the sheets on the bed. It's not the same ones as the one that are on the floor in the photo he took. At the time, Colorado was still very cold in April, and I had a full goose down comforter on the bed. And as you can see with photos of literally Casper's Instagram with the tagged dates on it below as well, you can see that my bed also, albeit a bit gaudy, has a silver headboard with little little crystals and mirrors and silver tuffeting. I feel the need to point out these minor details since the out of context photos of the house being moved into are being used as a way to show that I'm a supposed monster and that, quote, my home is a mess, like hoarders bad. And just, what was the point of this, Wonder? Why would you even bother posting something like this except to humiliate me? This was a room that we told you we were using to move, and we let you know it was off limits to you. That photo alone...
Okay, hold on. We're talking about one room or like all the rooms? Which one? Or are these all the same room? Because I have 4 pictures of her shitty fucking house.
Shows your consistent lack of respect for Oz's and my boundaries. And Wonder, I am sorry that I was ever friends with you. My short involvement in your life clearly caused you so much harm and emotional distress, and I never want that for any of my friends.
So if she was such a good person looking out for this person, moving them out to Colorado, trying to lift this person off of the ground, somebody that she knew was suicidal, she wanted to give them a second chance at life, why would he be now reporting that you made his life hell? And why would you even give him it's like, I'm sorry that I entered your life and tried to do everything to make it better. Inadvertently, it made your life hell. You know, I don't know how, it just happened. Really? Connect the fucking dots. I mean, obviously something happened here.
Past or present.
Also, she has no room to complain about pettiness. Like, really? Come on.
For that, I again want to apologize. I hope you find peace.
All right, now we're talking about Oz. Which one is Oz? I have Oz's thread open up somewhere. Here's Oz. Okay. Let me close all this other bullshit. Okay. I'm gonna keep this open though, because I like looking at a shitty fucking house. It's funny to me. Alright, let's take a look at this. We're almost done with the video, by the way, guys. I actually didn't think I'd watch the full thing. This is good. This is really good, man. Read the comments on her channel. It's truly mind-blowing. We're gonna read the comments on her channel. I also want to check out her Reddit. I happened to be on her Reddit earlier today, and people in her Reddit were not happy with her video. Although, if I had to guess, shit's probably fucking removed. Iilluminaughtii exposed, rubbed me the wrong way. After watching the video, was that really necessary? I have legitimate questions involving the video. I'm just opening new tabs just to archive this. Apologizing to Legal Eagle publicly doesn't wash the plate clean. Did anyone else unsubscribe when a corporate casket episode... Wait, what? Okay, that's something else, I guess. I don't know. Why I unsubscribed to Iilluminaughtii? At what point is enough? How far are you willing to push things? Okay, here's a positive comment. Why it was important for Blair to address the allegations. The whole situation is deplorable. Unsub and move on. Okay, some fan art. Issues with Illuminati's channel. Wow, so they've actually really turned on her. Never mind. They fucking hate her. Wow. All right. Well, we got a bunch of fucking threads. I don't know if I'm going to read any of these, but I am going to screenshot them before she removes them. Oh, we also got to check out Petty Paige's response to Nick. I want to see what she had to say.
Section, and this final person will be the hardest for me to address, so I plan on keeping this brief. Oz, you were right. I am afraid of looking stupid and weak online.
She's crying! Yes! She's crying! I love when bitches cry, dude! All right, never mind. Restart the segment. All right, new vibe for the stream. We're fucking chilling now. Chilling. We're relaxing. Yes! All right, let's hear her cry.
This final section, and this final person will be the hardest for me to address, so I plan on keeping this brief. Oz, you were right. I am afraid of looking stupid and weak online, and yet I am those things right now. You've been with me through a lot of really intense and personal situations in my life. You were there throughout the entire process of my mom's cancer diagnosis, her various treatments, and hospitalizations. And I know there were many times when I had to run out the door suddenly because there was a crash cart in her room and they didn't know if she was going to make it. And you said you'd stay at the house and watch Casper so I could go to my mom. You were there for Casper's various hospitalizations when he would get sick throughout the years, and you helped me through a very difficult surgery recovery. I just want to say thank you for always being my support through all of my ups and downs. I know that a lot of these personal situations in my life left me very thin and sometimes irritable.
Whoa, hold on.
I want to say thank you for supporting me through it and talking me through some of the hard times. Your support and your friendship meant more to me than I think you'll probably ever know. I'm gonna miss all the fun things we used to do, eating way too much cheese at the melting pot. I miss you teaching me how to play Command and Conquer and playing it, and how you've always obviously been Casper's BFF, and you know how Casper is not afraid of Oswaldo. We're both gonna miss you a lot. The truth is, like we've privately discussed before, I always hoped that we'd be able to reconnect again in the future and mend our friendship. I meant that when I said it to you, and I believed you when you said it back. Even after everything that's happened, you were the one person that I always thought we could just get it and pick back up where we left. And unfortunately, I think that ship has sailed. Oz, I miss the friend you were to me, but I think this makes it clear that we finally need to cut all ties.
Wow.
So, to finish out this very
Hey, she's not crying anymore. We're
once again
good.
to say, I take accountability for my actions. There are absolutely some stupid and dumb things that I did, and sometimes I do react a bit
Wow, she
impulsively.
got over that one pretty quickly, guys.
And that does tend to backfire on me. I am disappointed in my behavior, and I hope that I can learn from all of this. I want to own up to my faults and take responsibility for my actions.
Okay, no, but seriously, like, what the fuck was the point of that segment? Other than just basic-ass manipulation. I mean, did she really have to? Like, some of the stuff she was crying about, too, is like, I miss when we ate too much cheese at the fair. What?
Furthermore, I want to take responsibility for my own involvement with a crowd I am happy to no longer associate with. I did make bad decisions, I made bad friends, and there will forever be a bad taste in my mouth regarding some of the individuals I've spoken about today. But finally, I want to apologize to my audience. I owe you better than this, and you deserve more from me. I let you down, and I am sorry. I hope that in time you can
You didn't
see
let me
that
down.
I mean everything that I've said here today.
I like
and
this video.
I'm so excited to be able to prove you right.
Yes! Soy! Yes. What a great video. I mean, honestly, she debunked every point. She, you know, that was not a total waste of time at all. Definitely is not going to spawn 20 new videos from... Because here's the thing, right? She responded to like 3 different Twitter threads at once. Now all 3 of these guys are about to make their own videos shitting on all her lies. So she definitely didn't dig herself a giant crater. She's definitely not, you know, due for some personal hell for the next months of her life. Definitely, you know, she really solved everything. It's not like her entire audience is talking about how fucking crazy and nuts she was and how they're unsubscribing. No, life is going to move on perfectly fine. She will definitely not be in personal hell for the time being. Now, what do I want to do? We could take a look at some of these threads. I mean, honestly, I destroyed her video on my own, so I don't really feel like I need to read other people talk about how she destroyed, how her video was shit. I explained that enough myself. And these are also really fucking long. And to be honest, I don't really want to read any of these because they seem kind of boring. But I'd like that they exist, and I just want to show you guys. Let me just show everyone the screen real quick. I'm going to full screen it real quick and just kind of show you guys these threads so that in case they get deleted and removed, they're permanently saved on the stream. Because, you know, she does have a tendency of removing negative feedback from her subreddit. So I just want to make sure that all of this is on the screen. Okay, there we go. Let's hit up Petty Page. Petty Page. What do you guys think of Petty Page? We have a history. Her name is Blair. Of course she's a snake. Yeah. Bitch's name. Do not trust a bitch named Blair. That is sound advice. Weisenberg with the 5. She gotta chill with a TMI. Yeah, true. Bro, that video is actually so ass, though. It actually was really psychotic. That was really bad. Let me check my Discord real quick. Let's see here. All right, so Petty Page and Nick Diorio got into some beef. Petty Page blocked Nick Diorio because Nick Diorio said that Illuminautti's video was not an apology. It was removing responsibility from everything, which is obviously true. Apparently, Petty Page is on board with Illuminaughtii. She loved the video. She thought it made a lot of sense. It was really awesome. I could not see... I'm assuming, by the way. I'm totally assuming. But based on her visceral reaction against Nick, we'll see. We'll see what happened here. I believe it happened around the 8 or 7 minute mark.
Now, he's so fucking bipolar. Whilst I can like his content and like the content creator that he is and the work it is that he does, as a person, I dislike him very much.
She's talking about Nick?
To do with you allegedly being a racist. I never...
Oh, okay, this is definitely about Nick. Hold on. Hey, Nick, have you seen this? What is happening?
I'm duo streaming, so it's going to go over to Twitch. Right, okay. With that...
Petty Page, the female tipster. Shut the fuck up, dog. What?
Being clear, I just wanted to say hello to everybody. Hello to the moderators as well. Loving it. Look, thank you so much. I got this wig today. It's a synthetic wig from Sleek, you know, like the makeup brand. They're doing wigs and stuff, honey. I didn't even know about that. So I picked it up. My cousin, who's a hairdresser, she cut some layers into it, and I'm kind of digging the look, to be honest. It reminds me of like 2016 Petty Page, if that makes any sense.
Yes, I love 2016.
I used to rock like the pink hair all the time.
All right, stick around. She's gonna talk mega shit about Nick.
And then I have synthetic wigs for 4. We're going to get into what today is all about, okay? So, first and foremost, let's just address a tiny, tiny piece of drama in regards to myself before I go any further, because I'm not gonna harp on it. I'm not gonna spend too much time on it, but it is what it is, right? So one of my researchers reached out to me and told me that Nicholas Diorio had tweeted about me after I blocked him. Now, let me make this clear. I've said this several times on live streams in Twitch, right? That Nicholas Diorio has this thing where he blocks and blocks me and then tweets at me, follows me, blocks and blocks me.
Whoa! She's accusing Nick of being tipster.
He is more bipolar than myself right now.
Nick, is this true? Are you playing games with her brain?
So fucking bipolar. Whilst I can like his content and like the content creator that he is and the work it is that he does, as a person, I dislike him very much. It has nothing to do with you allegedly being a racist. I never said that. I don't know why you're putting that into the air or into the stratosphere. I have no idea what the fuck you are talking about. You said, I regret the day that fucking I let Augie not glass her. Girl.
Whoa, Augie not glass her? What does that mean? Like, what?
It's giving very much T-channel. Grow up, move on, okay?
Damn.
So I've addressed that. That's what you wanted. You said...
To be honest, this is like shadowboxing. I've never seen Nick do or say anything that she's accusing Nick of saying. Blocking him, unblocking, following, all this shit. I'm here for the entertainment.
I was going to vaguely address it. No, I'm literally directly speaking to you.
Add to the call? All right, let me call Nick. I knew he couldn't fucking resist this shit. What's up, buddy?
Hey. Do you want to see the interaction?
Yeah, what is she so mad about? What happened?
So, I didn't know that, first of all, it came as a massive surprise to me that Petty Page absolutely can't stand me as a person. That was new. I was unaware of that.
I feel like all these people, they always like decide when they like you and when they don't, and you never know what's really going on in their fucking brains. Like, I remember like when Petty Page started being really charitable to me all of a sudden, I was like, oh, okay. I thought you thought I was like a fucking racist, but now you want to be like...
It's like she thought, like, she's saying that we're bipolar, but like she was acting like you're a racist
I'm
piece of shit.
not bipolar, dude.
Like,
I'm pretty clear.
friendly.
Look, my
now
views...
she apparently hates me. Like, I don't know.
My views on people are pretty consistent, you know? I would think. But these people, like, they change their mind every day. It's like, what?
Let me see.
Are you looking up your thread there?
Yeah, no, I was just interested because, like, she seemed pretty keen on me about 8 months ago, and she, like, ripped off the name of my fucking video on Deaf Noodle.
Oh, really?
No, okay, so, I think I sent it to you, didn't I?
Let me see. Oh, here it is.
Don't pull up the Ethan Ralph one on stream.
How's Ethan Ralph been doing?
Okay, you can pull it up on stream. I thought it was funny. Pull that up first.
What, Ethan Ralph? I don't get it. It's just, what is this?
Just click it. It's a quote tweet. You can't see it in Discord.
Oh, okay. Honored to be able to celebrate the 75th anniversary of the founding modern Israel in Jerusalem.
Look at
Sad I couldn't be on air to celebrate with Ron today.
I'm sorry, that got me. We're not beating the racist allegations
tonight. Holy shit. That was a good one. Oh.
Alright, this was the whole interaction.
All right.
I was just confused. Yeah.
Let's see. Can't wait for her to just vaguely imply I'm racist for an hour or something again like she used to. It was a mistake telling Augie not to glass her. Thank you, by the way. And also, I want you to say on stream,
sorry for donating to Petty Page. I'm sorry for donating to Petty Page.
Money to this person. Like, really?
Dude, Augie was so fucking mad. Because me and Augie were arguing, and then Paige was streaming, and I guess she was like, fuck Deaf Noodles or something, so I sent her like $20. And Augie's like, you fucking piece of shit.
Bro, in my eyes, when you gave her money, that was like the biggest betrayal of all time, because you're giving
that was the
like...
point. It was supposed to be in your eyes. I donated so you
That's
saw
like
it.
if you donated to like Planned Parenthood in my eyes. You know what I mean? It's like, whoa. Stop. All right?
We're not beating the racist.
Yeah, it's like, what do you mean racist? That's not racist. That's because I'm, you know.
Dude, I was just being petty while I was watching
I'm
Paige,
just saying,
you know?
It's like if you gave money to like, you know, Ukraine. No, just kidding. Anyway. All right. I'm joking. It's for goofing tonight. Anyway, I viewed it as a very evil donation. All right. So I'm glad it actually is warming my heart to see you disavow this money that you gave to this person. All right. Anyway, what is going on here? So she says to Illuminaughtii, everyone's now saying it took you too long. Girl, I'd rather have a late-ass apology than real, that's real. What? Than a forced rush apology. Jesus Christ, this is why people don't say that. Don't take the Lord's name in vain. This is why people don't apologize, because it's never enough. And then you said, because it's not a real apology. She's a psychotic freak and a pathological liar. Why you here? Blocked.
I was confused. I was confused.
Why
and
is
then I
she
see a
so,
stream going
like,
up, like Paige's worst.
Is it like that
take.
time
Like,
of the month? Like, why is she so mad? What the fuck
like,
is
it's
this?
not even, I literally think it's because I accidentally ratioed her. I literally think that's the only reason, which is fine. Like, listen, I blocked plenty of people. I'm not gonna say I just personally didn't understand it, but I didn't know that she like hated me. so she's like accusing me of like blocking her and unblocking her. The only times that I know I've blocked Petty Page are I think when she was fighting with you and she was calling us racist and talking about how Colton made a meme of George Floyd, right? I'm pretty sure I just blocked her straight up there because it was like insane. And then the only other time I blocked her was when she published the stuff with Salvo. Because at the time, I was under the situation, like, I thought that was like a dox.
Right.
I don't know if it was. I don't fucking remember. Supposedly, it was on some photographer's fucking account or something. But, like, the way she was talking, the way she was
Well, she posts, like, his wedding photos or
like,
something, right? Like, that's what she...
I don't want to like fucking accuse her of anything because I genuinely don't remember this far.
I mean,
back,
I don't
but
really
remember
fucking care.
being-
I mean, that guy is like Doxer Central over there, so it's like, who fucking cares?
But I didn't like the way she was going on stream and defending it. It felt like it was very.
No,
like,
at the time,
could
I
justify
look
it.
before he started going like mask off, like doxing all his old buddies or whatever. I was like, okay, because I am against doxing. I'm pretty consistent on that. Like, I don't like doxing. Doxing is like a coward's move, you know.
People were telling me today it turned out like it wasn't a dox. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I just made the judgment call.
It doesn't.
And never
Even
thought
if it
about
was, it doesn't fucking matter anymore. But it's like just at the time, yeah, I was with you on that. I also was like went after that, and she got fucking ass mad at me. Like she was actually she was pissed at me at the time. But at least in that situation, it made sense because I was fucking challenging her. You just gave her like one reply, and it's like she fucking hates you now.
Well, so that's what. So I blocked her then. And then she got unblocked in the December purge, like when I unblocked like every single account that. Remember that I unblocked every single person who was ever blocked by me. And I don't think I spoke to her for like 4 months. Like it's possible, I guess, that like when I unblocked her, I saw that like, oh, okay, that's Petty Page. I'll refollow her, and then noticed she didn't follow me and unfollowed her at some point. But like, I don't think I've been like tipstering her. And I certainly don't think I've been like bipolar blocking her. Like I had pretty specific reasons each time I blocked her.
Yeah. Of course.
But again, like I didn't know she hated me. That was also like interesting news.
So you want to watch her talk about you?
Is there more?
Yeah, it goes on.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Are you in the screen share?
Yes, I am.
All right, let's hit it.
Grow up, move on, okay? So I've addressed that.
Yikes, grow up, move on.
That's what you wanted.
Damn.
You said I was going to vaguely address it. No, I'm literally directly speaking to you head on.
I don't want to get that
You're
old
weird.
and do this.
I don't want any time to do with
I
that.
do.
Leave me alone.
I want to be like 6 years old and still covering this stupid shit. I think that'd be funny. What is this cope in her title? Paige's worst take ever? So
See, that's why I was like, dude, she like blocks me and then goes live and goes like Paige's worst take ever.
With a cope
because
stream.
People disagreed with her.
Well, her take's just wrong. So yeah, I guess it is. She's right.
Is
it
it
her
even
worst
wrong?
take.
Like, do we even know? Like, what?
Well, her take is that Illuminati's apology was genuine. And it was a good video. That's a wrong
Yeah,
take.
that's the other thing. Did you read the Twitter apology? She was like, I went to defend my mods. Like, she couldn't even take like actual ownership in the message she sent to Legal Eagle.
No,
and, like,
I
it was
just
out-
spent
like,
3 hours ripping her apology a new one, and it was
Yeah.
horrible.
Well, I'm talking about just the tweet, because the tweet came out, and then I was like, God, I wish there was a video that came with this. And like 6 minutes later, she dropped the whole video. But like the tweet itself was like so weird. It was like she posted the private apology that was accepted on April 21st, like unprompted, being like, hey guys, I did it. There we go. It just looked so awkward, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's
It's not like
hit
they
some
made
more.
like a mutual statement or anything.
Let's hit it.
Right? That's why I asked, why is you here? Because for somebody who blocks and blocks, likes and likes, you seem to follow me everywhere I go. Why is you here? Leave me alone. Go do you.
Is
The end,
everybody-
right? Now that I have covered Nicholas Diorio, Cartman.
Hold on.
Cartman.
I follow her everywhere she goes.
Is she?
Is
what
this becoming like a pattern? That's like the third person who has said that I follow them everywhere.
What is going
they go.
on? Hey, can we get more likes than Petty Page's stream? By the way, just saying. What is she talking about, dude?
This is like a Jalen moment. Like I
Yeah.
see them everywhere I turn.
Like, why?
What?
This is just so random. Do T channels just do this? They just decide, you know what? This guy's obsessed with being a stalker, and I need to own him on stream. Do they just fucking decide that? I don't fucking know.
Jesus Christ, the Cartman of the commentary
Don't say that.
community. Let's get into today's story. So, with that being said, hello. Welcome to today's stream. We are going to be talking about Illuminaughtii. Now, originally,
And look at her chat. Look at her chat. Can someone please tell me what's happening? What? And then someone, he's your biggest fan, I swear.
Jesus.
Damn. Okay. Well, you got fucking BTFO. Nick, you're weird. Embarrassing. Wow, dude. You're fucking weird for replying to her on Twitter. Replying to somebody on Twitter is weird. All right. So, the more
This
you
is
know.
what the For You page does, okay? This is what it does to me now.
Yeah, nobody can be like, you're stalking my page anymore. There's so many people that I conveniently love responding to anyway, but I just say their shit naturally. When I shit on the Surfs, do you guys think that I'm looking up the Surfs account on Twitter and being like, I want to shit on Lance right now. Let me find one of his tweets. I mean, that'd be funny if I was, but I don't do that. Twitter just shows me his shit. I see how fucking retarded it is, and then I quote tweet him. That's why I shit on people over and over and over again. They show it to
I can't
me.
even
They
shit
make it
on Lance.
impossible for me not to do it.
Lance fucking blocked me after. I forgot what tweet it was.
He
But
did block me
I can't
too.
even shit on him anymore. No, I didn't get blocked for the blue shit. I got blocked for arguing with him.
I thought he said he never blocks people until the blue shit. He broke that for you?
No, there's no way. There's simply no way. I
He
swear
said,
I was
dude,
blocked.
he said he's like, today we're going to be blocking my first person ever on Twitter who has Twitter blue, and we're going to be blocking the blue. This fucking
no
Coke
way.
thing. These people are
Dude.
nuts, bro.
This is slightly off topic. Do you think it's funny that everyone's moving to this fucking like lefty Twitter? What is it, Blue Stacks or something?
Blue Sky?
Blue Sky, bro. It's like I'm watching Truth Social, but like from the left, and they're all like, they've never done this before, so they're all super excited about it. They're like, oh, new Twitter's gonna be great, bro. It's gonna be so much better. There's gonna be so much less harassment. I can't wait. It's gonna be so cool. We're gonna be over there, dude. Everyone's gonna be using this in a month, and they don't know the pain of coming back 3 weeks later, admitting that it was a fucking disaster.
Dude.
Like, we've done this like 60 times, where we've had to like all the edgy people have to pack up and go to fucking Parler and go to fucking Truth Social and go to Mastodon. Remember when Tipster got banned from Mastodon?
I do remember that for mentioning Gamergate.
And then they fucking come, like, and then they come back and they're just like, well, I guess we're going back to where the money is, dude. Oh god, it's delicious. It is delicious watching this.
Bro, Keffels came back to Twitter, failed to ratio Leafy, right? She didn't even have enough clout. Blocks everyone. By the way, Keffels is fully back on her first wave of censoring the internet. And I just gotta ask, like, you know what I want to ask, dude.
No, I don't.
It's not even about Keffels, bro.
What?
Why is Tipster?
Oh, dude, bro, you cannot get me going. I'm sorry, you cannot get me going.
It's just like, I'm seeing Keffels' Twitter before they removed all their tweets, and they're talking about, yeah, Matt Walsh is demonetized. Fuck everyone else. Like, we're back. She's back on her original arc. And it's like, Tipster's begging for like Blue Sky invites and replying to all of her tweets, and Keffels is retweeting all of Tipster's tweets. Is like, you support this? Like the deplatforming fucking, you know, the number one person that's trying to deplatform the internet? Like,
I have my own speculation as to why he personally engages with Keffels, but that is for me to know.
It's just like
research.
And it's not just like, oh, I saw Tipster reply to one of her tweets and I'm spurking out or something. No, it's been like, everyone who's on Twitter knows it. It's just like, look, man, I view Keffels as like, you know, evil. Okay? You shouldn't support that. I'm just saying, you know, we need to fix the tip. That's what Boblack says. But, you
I don't know if there's a fix for that one.
Look, here's the deal, all right? Keffels tried to ratio Leafy, failed, still does not have enough clout, and is now moving over to Blue Sky along with everybody else. They're moving over to this invite-only platform.
Like, one of the biggest pieces of shit that has ever existed.
It's not even just about the deplatforming. That to me is like the biggest thing to me, but they've lied about people, like accusing people of rape. They've made horrible accusations. She called Chud Logic a pedophile based off nothing.
She called multiple people pedophiles. People, again, Chud Logic that we're friends with. Like, I got shit for just talking to this person and asking them questions about their situation. I have no idea how the fuck Tipster is being like a reply girl to Keffels. I don't know what's gotten into him. I guess maybe there's some bitterness, some
I think he's done with the community and he's like mad about it or something. I don't think this is done with the
community. I think he's just anti every single position on purpose because he's being bitter. But like in reality, I don't know. This person is just fucking awful. They're legitimately like one of the worst people online. They scammed, in my opinion, like a shitload of people. They went overseas and pretended.
But that's based because they blew it on coke, right? Keffels scammed $100,000 and blew it on coke, and that's awesome and cool. If that really happened,
if that really happened,
yeah.
But like, but we know what they actually did is they went to fucking Europe and claimed that they're like about to fucking die as they like fucking took pictures of each location that they stayed at. Then they went fucking IRL streaming at a place Kiwi Farms called a bomb threat into while they were still technically in danger or something, I guess.
Whoa.
Then they went to TwitchCon while they were still in fucking danger or something. Like, I mean, this person is literally a scumbag. They wanted to platform every single person in your chat. They wanted to platform your chat so it doesn't exist. Like, I don't understand this this interesting
Okay.
angle.
So 8030 has revealed all of his DMs with Keffels where she talks about the commentary community. Let's see it.
Okay.
Had to block your friends. They're a little sussy. You're a great kid, though. You're going places. Which ones? What do you think of the
Cat Boy
commentary
Ranch?
community? It's cancer. Wow. So what? You doxed me or something? You and your buds are giggling about it. I don't care, though. I didn't. What do you
What?
mean by dox? Okay, no idea why they're
What?
acting like What has happened? Is this a schizo conversation?
Is Keffels accusing 8030 of doxing?
But they're like talking chill, and then randomly she flips it up and is like, "Are you doxing me?" What?
Every time Keffels DMs somebody, it just goes horribly wrong.
It just doesn't work. So what? You doxed me or something? You and your buds are giggling. Okay, no. Who is 8030's buds? Come on now. What? Like what? Okay, no idea why they're acting like catty schoolgirls, but I hope you have a good night anyways.
What?
What just happened?
There's something we're missing here. What the fuck is going on?
We are missing something here. They probably just don't like you and are probably messing with you. I'm aware. Also, what pronouns do you prefer? I don't care personally. I'm going to bed. Peace. Thank you. Good night. You're blocked. What in the fuck? I just got brain damage reading that. Like, what just happened? Hello? Like, are you kidding me? Okay. All right.
It's a mentally stable person right there, not subhuman at all.
Camus 2, Flamenco, Jalen, now Page. Nicholas DeCopio through 2 says new Page video coming soon. I'm obsessed with Petty Page. Nice. All right. Well, that's all I have. You have anything you want to talk about at the moment? Because otherwise,
Plenty of things. I have
you
plenty
do?
of things I want to. No.
Yeah, I'm
have
probably gonna
plenty
go
of things.
live tomorrow and cover like a bunch of other shit. I want to cover like the IDub stuff, but I'm probably gonna wrap up stream unless you want to fucking chit chat. Other than that, though, yeah.
Nick calling other people out for being contrarian. Well, yeah, I'm like always right.
Actually,
What?
since you are here, there's one thing I want to discuss before we wrap up. Your little beef with Alberto. What happened there? Tell us, Nick. I know everything,
mean,
by the way. I
no,
know.
I think for
I
the
know
most
absolutely everything.
Yeah, I think we all know everything. We've known everything for a while. I think it was a symptom of the fact that this was just never discussed on stream.
Yeah.
I think that, again, I'm not criticizing you and Tom totally, but I think it probably could have been handled better.
Look, you wanted Alberto to be buried.
I'm not going to
all
say
right?
too much.
Right.
I think that the conversation really speaks for itself. And I don't know. We spoke after.
You spoke with Alberto?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
I mean, I thought it went great.
Okay.
If he thinks it went great, he feel free to publish it.
Yeah. So, did y'all end on like a positive note, or was it kind of just now you guys know where each other are coming from, but you'll still hate each other?
Probably the second one.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I don't know. The whole thing with the Alberto stuff is like, here's the deal. All right, I think Alberto was fucking insane during the Courtney stuff, and I've told him that multiple times. That being said, it's like the same thing with Flamenco, right? When Flamenco did the whole Xander Hall mom thing, everybody in my community wanted me to like disavow him instantly. And it's like, why would I disavow somebody if I think they were acting weird like once? That's my problem, right? It's like when the whole chat is like campaigning for me to like, that's why. And also a lot of this entire Alberto situation was handled like privately. It wasn't handled publicly. The only shit that happened publicly was the initial stream where Alberto was talking about how he had like DMs of, Courtney, and he was like making these weird jokes, and everybody was like, okay, how into this are you, and stuff like that. Everything else happened privately. Literally like 90% of this drama took place in private, and like the 10% that took place publicly just looked retarded. It really looked fucking schizo. So I don't know, man. I basically just told Michael, I was like, yeah, I think you're fucking nuts during this, but I'm not really interested in like,
That's the problem with.
Can you understand it from my perspective, right?
Way,
Hold on, understand from my perspective.
Because of the
why
way it
would I
was
disavow
handled.
somebody for one thing? That's my point of view. That just seems like, because that just seems spurgy. It's like, okay, that's why. That's my point of view. But you've always hated Alberto. You've always been like, this guy fucking sucks, and you fucking kneeled on his neck today. And to be honest, some of these screenshots are just crazy. I'm becoming like
your words,
Fuentes
not
in the
mine.
sense where I've begun unfollowing people if they like tweets shitting on me. Used to think that was gay, but honestly, I'm not going to subject myself to seeing that in my feed with the like anime in the background. I'm approaching this point. Everything is fair game. Guys, he's not mad. He's not bad. He's only just screen capping Zanny Berries, making fun of him, pretending to be above it all, and not knowing who Zanny is, while also slandering me for days. And then his convo with Ethan and Ralph. Internet friends aren't real friends. What does it mean to even be a real friend? Oh, man. Yeah, these are some schizo threads for sure, man. I mean, slandering. I don't know. How did you slander him?
I mean, listen, I'll be honest with you. If this progresses and this is further discussed or whatever, I'm sure you'll hear it in the call if he ever releases it. I thought it was interesting, but again, I'm not like...
All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I don't know. People wanted me to talk about it. I mean, I just think Michael's nuts in this situation. That's my thoughts. I mean, I don't fucking know, dude. I mean, these screenshots, like... He's too into this shit, dude. He's too online. If you're approaching, I mean, when did this happen? Like 3 weeks ago, right? And if you're reaching the point where you're like, everything is fair game, like, fuck this, I'm mad. It's like, you need to fucking touch some grass, unironically.
Well, that
I
was
hate
one thing
saying
I did
that.
tell him is it was like, well, you're slandering me or this or that. And I found it interesting because, like, I'm sure that's what some people are, like, telling him. But in reality, majority of the situation was closed doors. It was what I said in the tweet. It was Augie. It was Tom. And I said that
I like
don't really
the guy.
understand, like, well, I just started like listing off chatters, right? And I was like, what do you think? Like, what about admins, bro?
Yeah,
And
what
like,
Alex and Spondyle and all
and
these people.
Spondle or whatever. And then I'm like, well, why the fuck did any of those people like matter? I don't understand.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, I don't know. That was kind of where I came from on that.
I don't know. That's just, it is what it is. I'm going to bounce. I'll talk to you later, man.
Okay. Peace out, buddy.
She, man. She. All right. I'm a bouncing on the stream. Member stream Sunday. I'm going to go live tomorrow. I need to cover, I need to fucking cover iDubbbz and H3. H3 was making fun of Dad's like fucking... He was saying some wild ass shit about Dad's like deceased like girlfriend or something, and it got into this whole fucking controversy and everything. I don't know, man. There's been a lot of schizo shit happening in the fucking community, and we need to cover it all. I'm bouncing. W stream, everyone. GG. I'll see you guys tomorrow, everyone. Have a good day. Sub to Red Fox Comms. Sub to this channel. Follow me on Twitter. I will see you guys later, everyone. Good night. Rico, I ran here as fast as I could. Has the show started yet? You're late, you fucking fat ass.